Alright, I think I'm live. Hey guys, I'm back. I'm back with the Shadow Paladin. It's your boy, Shadow Paladin. We're gonna be doing this. We're gonna be playing some ranked, and I'm gonna be doing either. I put them on here so that they'll show. So Soulless, we can try Soulless build. It's down there. You should see it now. Or Phantom Blaster, or Velvet Voice Reindeer, because I have the deck completed now, or changed now, because I think the last time, like when I did the deck profile, I don't think I had the Pearl Sisters in there at 4, but now they are. But I think we'll go with this one for now. We're just gonna be climbing. We are right now Legend 22, and I think I still have an 18 win streak, I believe. So let's go ahead and keep going with Shadow Paladin. Now, when we do lose with Shadow, okay, 18 winning, Legend 22, starting right now from scratch, 0 out of 100. That's been happening to me all day. But I don't know, like my goal was to just get to Legend 5 just for the reindeer sleeves. But now, kneel to my power, Red Rock 114. So let's see what's gonna happen. Let's see if this is a VP farmer or an actual match. They have sleeves. Let's go ahead and send these back. It'll be cool if I actually play someone playing Bermuda Triangle, because you almost never... Oh, this person's actually playing legit. That's good. That's actually very, very rare to see a Bermuda player. Alright, let's do this. Get my Blaster Dark. And turn. If I go second, sometimes I want to like put another grade 1 down, just because the chance of overdrawing when you run 9 draw. It's Mermaid Idol Ellie. It's gonna send Wendell to the back, boost and attack me for 1 damage. Now the thing with Bermuda though, they usually can run some form of criticals and stands, one or the other, because the deck has a lot of inherent draw power, so it doesn't really need to have 9 draw. Alright, so we're gonna go Blaster Dark. She gave me a Counter Blast. I don't know what to throw down though. I don't know if I want to throw Nevin for Nevin. Let's see. Nullity. So if she checks the trigger, I guess I'm gonna have to dump Nevin. No, I guess we have to dump Nullity. Let's go ahead and dump Nullity. I hate to do that, but it's a 2 for 1. So okay, so I got another one. I got my Cross Rise. That's actually good. So now what we'll do, I guess what we'll do is hold off on that. We'll just go ahead and do this. Because, oh wow, that's 2 PGs out. I feel bad when this sort of thing happens to Bermuda of all clans, because I always want Bermuda to have like the most, because they get a lot of hate for some reason. People always hate on them. It's into the trash. They're definitely not trash. I mean, people don't listen to people who try to claim that they're the pro or they're the authority on stuff, because clearly they're not. All right, let's see. She should attack me. Well. That's kind of weird. I guess she had to do that though, because her columns were set up kind of funny. So that's 20. She can't hit now. That's kind of sad. Alright, well, let's proceed to get Phantom Blaster Dragon. I think I'm going to put my full bow on the left side. We'll go on the left side, because Nevin will be boosted by Sharon, actually. Nah, we're gonna boost with this, and then we're gonna call Curse Lancer. How do I want to do this? Now let's get the other Nevin. I kind of need that Sharon, but it's okay. I could form a 21k column in the middle, and that'll be good to hit over a Vanguard later, but okay. I'll take this. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. So you gotta use those counter blasts up. Alright, this one's 10, that one's 11. It doesn't really matter, because it'll be 14. 14's the number. So, only one of them. This is 16, so I can hit over it, potentially. Unless she checks a trigger. I haven't seen a trigger from her, though, so she's probably going to get one. And there we go. So, it's Reindeer with the stands. That's interesting. So, Reindeer, in my mind, she should be running Riviere in this deck as well, if she's going to run stand triggers. Otherwise, I think it'd be better to run critical triggers. Mainly because with Reindeer, like, the only time the stands are good with Reindeer, think of it like this. Think of it as if you were running a Sarah Kaiser. If you were running a Sarah Kaiser, would you run stand triggers in a Sarah Kaiser, or would you run crits in a Sarah Kaiser? That's the way I look at it. Because Reindeer is basically very similar to a Sarah Kaiser. It's a high roll. Stuff happens when you check triggers, basically. So the crit, I think, is better, because your stand, like, the only thing you're gonna end up standing is like a booster that you boosted to attack into a crossbred Vanguard or something. I don't know. Alright, let's see what she does. Let's see. Okay, that's nice. So she used Claire to make Pearl. Ooh, she had to do that. I think she should have made Pacifica attack my Interceptor, though, because then Pearl can just still hit the 11. She should have capitalized on that, because then Pearl could have bounced up Glare or something to protect her. You know? Alright. We're cross-ridden. That's going to make it really hard to hit over, because that 16k is not a good number. Not good enough anymore to hit over this. So, we need to form 15. And I can keep that. I guess what I'll do is make an 11 over here. Put full bell in the front. Let's go ahead and get rid of these. Alright, so this dude is... Alright, it doesn't matter because I have to take out that thing. Because I only have one counterblast. Otherwise I was thinking I could, like, retire one of them to get 2 damage in. But she's on Pacifica, which means she's gonna go for the Mega Blast. So we do need to watch out a little bit. But I can play conservatively for now until she gets 1 more damage, because at that point she's gonna bank on some kind of heal, because she's lost 2 PGs early. She had to ride one and then she damage check one. And the thing is, right now, when you look in the damage, you can kind of see who has the advantage. Right now I have 2 draws in my damage, which means I damage checked twice and drew cards off of that. She only has a stand and a perfect guard in there, plus a grade 1 really good vanilla AK booster. So alright, she's gonna do that to bounce a draw card. That's not a bad play. She needs to draw into some kind of interceptor, so she Soul Charge a Rio. What else we got in here? That's 6 soul. She needed 1 more damage, though. So, see, I don't know. I feel like Pacifica doesn't work too well with Kareen and Rio the way Reindeer does, because Pacifica needs the counterblast for the Mega Blast. She put that in there to okay, I see what she's gonna do. The thing is, ooh man, she should have used Kareen to kill that thing. Then Pacifica can try to, like, bank on killing or hit a trigger to hit over Overlord. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Now she's gonna bounce that, and then she's gonna draw another card. Problem is, she's not really gonna be able to use the Mega Blast unless she... I don't know. I don't really know what the plan is there. But let's see. So we did that. I need to kill this thing off. So we'll go ahead and sacrifice full bow. Get rid of this. I don't like beating up Emmy. It just feels like I'm being a bully right now. Alright, so we're gonna form 20 in the middle. That's good. Get this to unflip. Again, 15 over here. Again with this dude over here. It's funny, I've played Blaster Javelin so many times and he keeps on asking to do that thing. I'll show you guys how to play Bermuda, because I know how to play Bermuda. This person needs some practice. We're giving them some live lessons on how to play Bermuda right now, or how. You guys think I should use it? Let's go ahead and use it. Let's see if she has the perfect card, because she's out too. So we'll see if she drew into one. She saw my Sentinel go down. Okay, so she did have one. So that means she has potentially only one more in the deck. The thing is, I denied her a third counterblast, so for that turn, but I don't know, like, the only thing that really counterblasts, she keeps on soul charging her triggers. I saw Lena's are in there, there's a Kareen in there, now there's a Reindeer in there, there's a PG in there, but that was her turn 1 ride though. Okay, what she needs to do here, Pacifica, she needs to call something else down, although I don't know, I think she may have a Perfect Guard in her hand. Okay, that's good because she's got excess soul, so, okay. That's good. She's gonna draw a card. 15 cards left. Oh, she's gonna draw another card. You know what? I didn't think of that. You know what? If anything, Pacifica actually is good just to provide soul for Caravel. That's actually a pretty interesting thought there. This deck runs stands too. That's 18 in the middle. That's a good column. That's good. So columns are set up correctly. She's gonna bounce. I would bounce the Kareen. Bounce the Kareen. She drew. Now she's gonna bounce Kareen. Now she's gonna draw again. See, these are the combo. This is why I like Bermuda Triangle, because they have the most powerful draw engine in the game. OTT is second. OTT can't draw as many cards in a turn as Bermuda. There, I knew she was gonna get a heal because I saw that. Okay, she's got 2 more. No, she's got Kareen in her hand, so she's got 1 more. Alright, now we can check. Now we can test for the other PG. And I'm at 5, so I'm going to have to call this boy down. And now we should probably retire something. So how are we going to do this? Let's retire the Intercept, actually. Yeah, let's go ahead and retire this. Let's try to push damage, 3 damage this turn. And then call this boy down. See if she's got it. Should I use it, guys? Let's use it. She has, like, if she doesn't have it, she's gonna have to double heal, and she doesn't have 4 heals. I mean, she doesn't have more than 1 heal in the deck. So let's see. Oh, I get a heal. So she did have it. Whoa, okay, that's the last one. I know she has 1 more heal in the deck. Not bad. Ooh, she's going into Reindeer very late in the game. See, I think Pacifica is the one that you want to use in the late game. I don't know if that's worth doing, actually. I guess she's doing that for the 1000 defense. Because the thing is, she could potentially heal and then use Pacifica the following turn, because then she'll be at 4. I don't know what's going to happen here. That's my last heal. I have no more triggers left. She has... I don't know what's in her hand. But it's not a perfect card. So she could 6 damage heal. We're going to try to go for... Alright, we're going to have to do this. That. Alright, now this should be it. She doesn't have a perfect card, she has a 6 damage heal. Okay. I was a little bit worried there because I realized, you know what, I don't have any more triggers, and I can't make columns if she heals off of that. So that was pretty close. Okay. So the winning streak continues. 19 wins with Shadow Paladin. We're gonna keep going until we take a loss, and then we're gonna switch clans. How about that? That's what we'll do. Man, I keep getting this disconnect error thing. Not sure why. It's been happening a lot today. It wasn't happening like earlier in the week. Hello, Dare. Dare? 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 That's not how you spell it. Okay, we're gonna keep Blaster Dark because yeah, just because. This might be a VP farmer. I don't know. I highly doubt it though. Every time I play a like a Kenji, it's always not a VP farmer. It's always someone who's actually playing legit. I don't know why, because it's like you end up playing against Dimension Police, but you don't play against Dark Irregulars and you don't play against Pale Moon and Bermuda Triangle. Those 3 out of the 4 new guys from like last month, you don't play those 3. You play this one, but you don't play those. I don't know why. It's weird. Alright, so this dude is a VP farmer, so in that case, we're gonna go ahead and do this. The reason why we're gonna do it like this is because I want him to attack me and hit a critical or something, so I can take 2 damage so I can use Maka next turn. Alright, let's see what he does. This is VP farmer using Dimension Police. I don't know, it happens, but it's funny how like the clans, the probability that you see a Royal Paladin VP farmer is okay. He'll do me 1 damage. I'll be able to use Nevin's skill, but no one else's. Draw me a Nevin or whatever. That guy kind of works too. Okay, here we go. We don't have Phantom Blast or Dragon, so we're just gonna do this. Now we are going to make a 15 here. Top deck this thing. And then we're gonna make a whatever. Alright, let's go. Draw trigger. Geto. Critical trigger. Kenji. He sounds like, I don't know, dude. Hey, he sounds like he don't even know what's going on right now. Oh man, he messed me up with the double triggers right there. Check that out. That's an SP Enigma Storm. What in tarnation? Okay, this guy is doing it right though. Okay, 101 on VP farm decks. If you want to make a VP farm deck, it's 9 crit, 4 stand. Okay, 9 crit, 4 stand. That's how you make a VP farmer deck. You don't run draws in a VP farmer deck, and you don't run heals in a. It's an ethics thing. It's an etiquette, not ethics. It's an etiquette thing. You don't run heals in a VP farmer deck because that makes the match against an actual player take longer than it's supposed to. So you don't run them. And the thing is, like, if you want to troll the real player, like with the VP farmer deck, you can potentially actually still beat them if you high roll into your crits and stands. It's hilarious. Alright, that guy made perfect risers. I need to get some water, man. My throat is so dry. How about a 9 draw, 4 stand? 9 draw in as a. Okay, I'm talking VP farmer deck. Like if you're gonna let it just VP farm, Never run draws in a VP Farmer deck. That's bad. that's just bad. You know why? Because you'll check them and then like you'll just end up like dropping cards to the bottom. Like you'll just discard things to the drop zone because I kind of need a. I hate to get rid of that, but I'm gonna kind of have to do it. Oh, I draw 2 of that guy. I could have kept one of them. I would draw 1 of them. Oh well. Yeah, it's 9 crit 4 stand. I mean, if you want to troll somebody, you could do 9 crit 4 heal. But I don't know, like draw crit and stand in the same battle phase is on a twin drive is super good. You know what? I might demonstrate the VP Farmer deck on this stream. This is what is this? Is this I can't even tell if this guy was farming. Oh yeah, he's farming. What am I talking about? Like he didn't ride up, and I'm able to attack him. Another Dimension Please VP Farmer in the same. This one doesn't even have like the DP cards in the deck. I can probably show you what I mean. Like I'll probably show you. Like I gotta lose first because I'm on like a 20 win streak right here. I gotta lose the streak to change the deck. But yeah, 9 crit 4 stand, no PG because you don't want PGs because you're gonna go all out. Because like no joke, it's so anti VP Farmer. It's hilarious how fast they die against a 9 crit 4 stand deck. Basically, the deck I'm talking about is an anti-VP farm. It's an anti-VP Farmer deck. It's designed to kill off the VP Farmer matchup very, very quickly, so you can get a lot of games in. And the other thing too, you gotta think about it like this too, because sometimes a VP Farmer will match up with another VP Farmer. So, if you still want to rank up while you're VP farming passively, like if you want to like reach Legend, I don't know about Legend 50, but like if you want to reach Legend 10, just passively, just VP farming the whole time with you not even really playing the game at all, you can do that, but you need to make a deck that runs 9 crit, at least 9 crit, maybe 9 crit 4 heal or something. But 9 crit because in the mirror match against the VP Farmer, you're gonna need like a way to beat them faster, right? Like, because sometimes there'll be a VP Farmer deck that runs the ride chain, like the Galahad or the Tsukuyomi ride chain, you know, Type 0 ride chain, and then you run into a situation where, like, you can't. Oh, I think I typed in the wrong order. Oh well. Oh, this guy's running heals. See, this guy's got heals. You run into a situation where you need to beat like a Tsukuyomi who's potentially riding up. So you're gonna need like a 6k Vanguard, 6k grade 0 Vanguard. That's why you see a lot of the Paladins using the Trumpet. You see a lot of Undus Runner because, well, there's 21 wins right there. Because you can crit them. You can at least crit them because you'll be attacking every turn. Like both of you will be attacking every turn. So that's why you want to run 9 crit. Well, what? Erukun. Huh? Eric? Eru? Eh? Okay, what I'll do here, keep one of them because I can, if I really want to throw away the Phantom Blaster Overlord, I can use the second Javelin to search the Phantom Blaster Dragon. This might be a VP Farmer. We'll see. I wasn't paying attention. I don't think they mulliganed. Alright, so let's hold off until the turn you ride Blaster Dark. Let's see if this is a farmer. This might be a VP Farmer. Like I was saying earlier, like the probability you find an actual Pale Moon deck is very, very low. The probability that you fight a Dark Irregular one is almost as low, but a little bit higher. Like, there's more Tetsus than there are Asukas actually playing to win. for some weird reason. Okay, so now I don't have it, so what we're gonna do is, because of the farmer, we're not gonna do anything. We're gonna just like... Oh no, actually I need damage. This dude needs to deal me some damage. Alright, whatever, let's just ride up. You know what? Let's keep him. Let's just not cross ride. Let's just use the Persona Blast. And I just realized I messed up all the columns, so we gotta fix this real quick. There. So 5, 10, 15. See, it's basic math. So now, because she went 15, we gotta bang on the trigger. And we got it. And now if she doesn't check a trigger, we can... Oh no, then we can't hit, because that's... Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I like to do, like, play decks and do things that are not really meta, I guess. Although, I say that now I sound like a hypocrite because the Shadow Paladin deck is a meta deck, apparently. Although it's the most rare one. It's the most rare one. You're least likely to come across it compared to MLB and Dote. Like, those are way, way more common. But I think, let's see, I can do 1. I can put her to 4 damage, and then we can end the game here with the Persona Blast. I gotta go Persona Blast first, but it'll hit. So she's at 3. We're gonna do this. We're gonna go to 4. Now we're gonna win with a Persona Blast. And that's why, because it saves us some time. For me, the hardest matchup is, for me playing Shadow Paladin, is either... It's probably... Honestly, I have more trouble with facing against Dote than MLB, mainly because I kind of know what to do against MLB. When you play against Kagero, like, you don't really have a... There's not a really good counter build. Like, there's not a really good... I mean, you just have to play off of what's happening naturally. You just play the match out. But with MLB, there's kind of some control things that you can do. You know, like you can, for instance, you can deny... You can deny them the first damage, so they can't search with Wingle Brave, you can do things like that. There's more ways to deal with it. And then there's other stuff too, like, for instance, the cross ride. The cross ride has saved me so many times against MLB because I would, like, blow up his booster behind him, or he just wouldn't have one. Then I would cross ride, and then he can't really do anything. Like, I mean, he has to, like, bank on a trigger to hit over me. Or he'd have to use, like, Palamedes, you know, like, he'd probably swing, like, Palamedes. He'd kill an Interceptor, he'd swing Palamedes, and then try to swing MLB. Then MLB would have to check a trigger because I'm on 13, and he can't do it, and then it just doesn't work. Sometimes he does it, but then it takes my PG out of my hand. You know, stuff like that. Okay, so, luckily... Oh, whoops. I don't even know what I was thinking. Like, I was thinking for some reason. Alright, now we form the columns. 5, 15, and 20. See what I mean? Like, you never face against an actual Dark Irregular Pale Moon. I kind of thought this was going to be a real match, actually. Like, when I saw it was Tetsuo, I was like, oh, it might actually be somebody playing as Dark Irregular. Because Dark Irregular can potentially still do pretty well. If you know what you're doing with Dark Irregular, you can still beat, like, all these meta decks. Because Amon can screw you up so bad. He'll just keep on blowing up the back row. So MLB won't have any proper boosters. Now the only problem is Amon doesn't have, like, DI doesn't have a cross ride right now. They don't get one until the break ride era of Vanguard, so that's the only weakness. That's why the Dark Irregular deck wouldn't be in the same tier as the top 3. Or actually, honestly, I think, like, if it's from my viewpoint, there's only one real, like, S tier deck right now, and that's MLB. Probably, I mean, Risers aren't really they're not really the top tier anymore. Although I think Risers is pretty much equal to Shadow, Paladin, and Dote. The main thing, the reason why Risers is not as good as MLB is because MLB has that 12k base, but like both Risers and MLB have that constant critical pressure. The difference is MLB has that 12k base, which is annoying because, like I was saying earlier, an 11k Vanguard or a 10k Vanguard can't hit over it without a booster. It's just super annoying. It's just like Riser because he's this constant critical pressure. Like, honestly, I'm surprised Perfect Riser is an 11k Vanguard. I kind of think because of how old Perfect Riser is, I kind of think that Perfect Riser should have been downgraded to a 10k Vanguard. Because it's still... Because during your turn, like, if it was a 10k Vanguard, it would swing 22k as opposed to 23k with a critical. So I kind of think that Perfect Riser should have been a 10k Vanguard. I think that they should have nerfed him, actually. Because you saw how they buffed Reindeer. They made her a 10k to 11k. Like, I was saying that from the start. Like, there's no reason why Asura Kaiser is a triple R and he has 11k base, but Reindeer's also a triple R and is a 10k base. I mean, come on now. So they fixed it. Good. But I feel like they should also be able to nerf cards. I mean, they're gonna nerf Tejas and Wingle Brave. But I think they could have also nerfed Perfect Riser, you know, make him a 10k Vanguard. I mean, it's not gonna kill the deck completely. I mean, it'll just make the deck less defensive, right? Because now, like, in the mirror match, a Lion Heat or like a Rutile can hit into Asura Kaiser at that rate. So, I don't know. Alright, so we hit Legend 23, and we're on a 20... Look at this, boys. Legend 23 and a 23 win streak. 23-23. It's not 20-20, it's 23-23. That's where we're at right now. So we are, what? We clan for level 14. We just got it. At level 20, let's see what we get here. We get Sharon Sleeves. At 30, we get Nevin. Oh, I kind of want the Nevin sleeves now. And then the Phantom Blaster Dragon sleeves. Oh, that's cool. And then what's this thing at the end? Okay, and you get a Sword of Darkness. Clan level 50 with Shadow Paladin. So I'll probably eventually get this. I think next month, honestly, the only clan that I want to build is Angel Feathers. They're the only one that I'm interested in. Mainly because I like the idea of being able to get back your Sentinels. Like, if you damage check a Perfect Guard, it's not really... It's not a bad thing. You know what I mean? Like, in a way, it's preferred because you can easily use the no-seals to get it to your hand. So it's kind of like forwarding it to you as opposed to you having to try to bank and drawing into it. If that makes any sense. And you can also time when you need one to kind of like mess with your opponent, because they'll be thinking like, why hasn't he gotten that out? Or like if you have 3 of them in your hand and the 4th one's in the damage, or let's say you have 2 in your hand and there's the 3rd one in damage, you call down a no-seal, but you choose something else from the damage, like you pull, you know, like a Pegasus or something. Then the opponent might be wondering like, oh, maybe they got like a whole bunch of PGs in their hand. You know, it has the mind games aspect to it. Let's take a look at how much if I can do a character fight, because I really am trying to get the max out. Oh, I just got some stuff. Okay. So, oh, okay. So we got our last dice roll. We got some stamina. We can do character fights now. What's our time limited? So we do need to beat the boss, I think, one more time. I forget how many rounds this thing goes. I think it actually goes up to like 30 rounds or something like that. Because I remember the Valentine one would go around the thing a lot. Alright, so let's see. Do we have any Pale Moon? We're out of Pale Moon for today unless I do the normal. What about Bermuda? Oh, we got 2 more here. We gotta do these. And then we'll do DI and Novas, because those are the 4 that I'm getting the crafting materials for right now. Because I need the 4th Riviere, I need 2 more Pacifica, I need 2 more Azure Dragon, and I need 2 more Edelrose, and I need 2 more Nymerdal Alice. Oh, well, we still have stamina. So I think that's okay. That's it for her. Now we're gonna go check. I think I just checked that. That's nothing to the left. So this one needs the orbs, but let's see what Kamui has. Kamui needs. I think we're gonna go with Kamui because he's got only 51 orbs. How about that? Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'm really just doing the Nova Grappler one. I don't really play Novas, but I just feel like I need those Asura, those Beast Deity things just for completion. Those are the only triple Rs from. I mean, those are the only grade 3 triple. Okay, I mean, I only have 3 Asura Kaiser, but it's Asura Kaiser. He's not gonna really be relevant until he gets his cross ride, which is. I don't even remember when that happens. I think that happens sometime in Break Ride era. I can't remember when the Asura Kaiser Cross Ride comes out, or what set that was in. I don't remember that. I should know that, because I know when Blockade Inferno, he comes out with Dauntless Drive Dragon in Sealed Dragons Unleashed, which is like it's almost at the very beginning of the Break Ride era. Actually, what can we actually do here with the crafting? Probably nothing, but let me see. Like Royals, do I have? Oh yeah, Royals, I don't have any material. I don't have any orbs for Royals because of the Bedivere and the Trumpet Girl. Because of these. I had to craft one of those, and I had to craft one of these. So I don't have any more. What are these things? I wish you could click. Okay, there. Brave. You know what I learned recently? The name of the crafting material is... What they did is they took the keyword from the Stride era. The clan keyword. Like, you guys remember Altmile used Brave? Brave was like the keyword. And I think the effect was when your hand has 3 or less... There's 3 or less cards in your hand. Or maybe it was 2 or less. I think it was either 3 or 2 cards in your hand. Brave skill activates. They call it Brave, and that's the Royal Paladin keyword. That's so cool. Brave Orbs, Brave Peace, and I think it's like Brave Crystal? Brave Crystal. Wait. Brave Crystal. See, that's cool. Royal Paladin has Brave Oracle. The keyword is Oracle. See, Oracle. Because Oracle activates when you have 5 or more cards in hand. And then, let's see if I remember all of them. Shadow is Ritual. I know that because of Luard. So the Ritual... You gotta actually click on the card to do the thing. Ritual Crystal. Ritual Orb. Ritual Piece. What's this thing called? Creation Stone. That's new. And then Kagero is Blaze. The Blaze. Like this guy. Blazing Flare Dragon. Blaze Crystal. Yeah, they got Blaze. Blaze was when your... Is when your Vanguard attacks. It has something to do with, like, I think it has something to do with the number of rear guards you have. I forget exactly the condition for Blaze. I know it's when the Vanguard attacks. And then there's some condition, and then, like, this unit becomes blazing. So that's Kagero. And then Nova is Rush, I believe? Rush? Oh, I remember it. Rush Crystal. It's been a long time, but yeah, I remember the keyword. Rush. So let's go through. Let's see if I remember all of them. Dementia Police is... Burst. Burst. Let me see. Burst. I got it. Burst. It's like... This is like taking a quiz. This is like taking an exam. Let's see how much I actually remember. Ooh, Dark Irregulars. This one is Darkness. Darkness Crystal. That's cool. Darkness. And then Spike Brothers is Charge, like you're charging. So yeah, this should be Charge. Yeah, Charge. Got it. Charge. And then who's it next? Pale Moon. Pale Moon. Pale Moon is Magia. Magia Crystal. Makes it sound like they're like a bunch of spellcasters or something from Yu-Gi-Oh! Magia. But they're a circus assassin group or something like that. I forget what the lore is on Pale Moon, actually. Alright, so that's Pale Moon. And then we have Grand Blue. Ooh, Grand Blue is hollow. Hollow. Like Bleach. Ichigo goes hollow. Yeah. Grand Blue. And then Bermuda Triangle. This one. This is the one. Okay, I know what this one is because that's how I found out about this name today. But this one is different. This one's a trick one. This is a trick question. This is one where it's like you take the exam. If you don't know the answer, then you completely get it wrong, even if you actually know the theory. So this one is not harmony, because people are probably gonna think it's harmony, and it's not melody either. This one is actually diva. Diva. See, this one doesn't make any sense. I don't know why they changed this one, because this one should have been harmony, because that's what their keyword was in OG Vanguard, but whatever. It's diva, so. And we need one more of these, and then I can actually run the deck. Alright, let's keep going. I mean, I'm just gonna keep climbing until I get defeated. Actually, before we go further, I'm gonna take a break real quick. I'm gonna go use the restroom. I'll be back. But you guys, feel free to chat. Alright, we're back. Let's keep going till we lose. 23 wins. My biggest win streak is actually with this exact deck, and it was 25 wins. So we'll see if we can go past that. If I lose, it's probably gonna be MLB. What the heck? That might indicate that there's a lot of people playing right now. Like the server is overloaded or something. What about you guys though? Like, are you guys gonna play the new clans, the Limit Break clans? And if so, which ones? Because after this month, this is the last month where the gacha is all combined. Like, it's gonna get split up after this. We're actually playing against a legit Spike Brothers. And the ride chain's messed up, but we'll see. Maybe I'll lose to this guy, who knows? I kind of want to lose, actually. I hate to say that, but it's like, I kind of want to switch decks. I want to switch to something else. I gotta check how many wins I have with Shadow Paladin after this, though. Like, total wins. Because the deck's been out for, what, this is the 5th day? I wonder how many wins I've gotten in with this deck. Because I think I've only I think I may have played Solus OTT like one time in ranked. I'm not. This guy went Dan, so we can try to rush him. We can rush him back. I don't know why I'm losing my voice all of a sudden. Because he went 4. Okay, I'm tempted to re-ride that just to get... Should I do that? Nah, it's not worth it. In fact, what we can use this for is to rush. Well... Yeah. Let's just rush him. Okay, well, Juggernaut's gone. Now I'll need a trigger to hit over this, though. I guess what I could have done... Alright, we got it. Never mind. It worked out. That's very high roll, but I'll take it. Alright, so his Dan is gone. He rode one of them. He might have no more Dudley Dan. He may have a third Dudley Dan. Because in my Spike Brother deck, I run 3 Dudley Dan. But not 4. 4 is too much. Alright, let's see what he does. See if he searches Dudley Dan. Yep, so Dudley Dan. I think that's probably what I would have done too. If I damage check one, I had to ride one. That way he at least has it. I think it's more important to have Dudley Dan later on than searching a PG. But speaking of PG, there we go. So I think, okay, here he's going to... I would probably move that back. I don't think that should be up there. I don't know why that's in the front row. Because he can just easily make the... what is this guy's name? I forgot his name. Devil Summoner could have easily attacked that. I guess he's trying to deal me... He's trying to deal me 2 damage this turn? Okay. He's pretty confident in those triggers. So that's 19. That's going to hit a defensive. So that's good. Yeah, I'm someone who doesn't actually believe in the tiered list. I think all decks are relevant. You just play what you want to play. As long as you're good with what you play, being good at what you play is better than just trying to net deck and not really understanding how to play the deck. Alright, so I think what I'll do here is put this here. I can use Maka to build the other column over there, which is probably what I'm going to do. Or I could potentially do that. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to use Maka. Get Sharon. Alright. And then, I kind of wish I had a Cursed Lancer here. Because this can't do anything on its own, but I guess I could have put that behind the Vanguard, actually. But we'll see. Alright, kill this. Or actually, no. Kill this. Ooh, that's good. Now, because of that, I'm probably going to attack his Vanguard twice here. Yeah, who cares about the Maryland? That doesn't really matter. He's gonna get to move it to the back row, though. 2, 4, 6. He's at, what is that? 2, 4, 6, 8. That's 8 cards in hand. If he checks another draw, he's gonna lose his card that he draws. You gotta be careful against Spike Brothers, though, because if you see a Spike Brother deck with a lot of cards in hand, you know you could be in for some big trouble. But luckily for us, he did not get to ride General Seyfried. So this thing is good, though, because it's an 11k Vanguard. But I'm going to cross-ride, so that will become irrelevant. So Seyfried is better, because Seyfried becomes 13. When he's boosted, and then he'll, like, with the 8k, which no one usually runs, he could potentially form a really good column there. So if he's gonna do this, the thing is, when your other units attack hits a Vanguard, so they have to hit the Vanguard, so that's not really gonna do anything. Oh, he's gonna activate the skill. Okay, that's good. And then he's gonna use Dan, put something in the soul from the hand. They call probably Juggernaut Maximum. Let's see. Think about. Let's see how many attacks he gets in. So that was attack number 1. This is kind of like Aqua Force. So you can get a lot of attacks. That's attack number 2. And he's gonna get 4 attacks right here. Because here goes Dan. He's gonna call Juggernaut Maximum. Probably. We'll see. Although that does take a heal out of his deck. Yeah, because Juggernaut is a heal. Okay, he's gonna get the Panther. That's good. That's not a bad. Yeah, that's a good choice actually. Because I keep forgetting that I'm not 11k right now. So the 11k is actually hurting me. Or the 10k is actually really hurting me right now against this deck. So that is the right. That's the right thing. Okay, and he got lucky because I didn't get a trigger there. And you can kind of see, like, this guy has gotten 2 triggers. I've gotten none. He's damage checked 2, and I've damage checked. There's my first one. I'm out 2 heals. He's out 1. Did I heal off of... How did the second heal get in there? I don't remember how that got in there. I know I healed once. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna retire Dan. Sacrifice full bow to retire Dan. So that way he probably doesn't have Dan anymore for the rest of the game. And that will severely hinder his Vanguard line. Now... Yeah, we gotta do this. We're going to drop Nostrum. Because the grade 2s are more important against him right now. Alright, now... Let's see, I need to hit over 16. This thing can just swing right there. So we will do... 1, what is this? 13? Okay. Alright, I needed that. Really needed that, actually. How many of the perfect guards? Yeah, I don't have a perfect guard in my hand. This is not good. Alright, the 13k defense and killing off his Dudley Dan is going to help a lot, actually. Because if I remember, Dudley Dan has to... Oh, never mind. Never mind, because he could have used that to swing into our Interceptor. Still hurts him, though, because he can't do the play to superior call stuff from the deck. I think what he's gonna do is he's gonna kill Nevin with the Vanguard. I guess he's gonna kill the... Yeah, he's gonna attack Nevin with the Vanguard. And he's gonna attack my Vanguard with his Panther. What? Wait. Why did he do that? This might not even hit. There's no guarantee that this is gonna hit, dude. I don't think that's the right play, yeah. Oh, he has a 4th Dan. He runs 4 Dan. What? That was his 4th Dan that's on the bottom of the deck right now. Okay, finally a PG. The problem is I took no damage, so I don't have a way to retaliate. I can't use Nevin, so we're gonna have to play this out slow. Probably gonna do... Just put that there and put this up here. Kill this. And then kill this. Huh. He hasn't healed in a long time. And there's 1% on the field. So that's 2. So the maximum he could have in hand right now is 2. I trying to remember if I saw him drive check 1. I don't remember that. I know that I saw the Dan. I saw that grade 2 Devil Summoner. Alright, he drew a heal. He just drew that. Oh, he had 2. Oh, he had 2 of them. So he only has 1 heal left in the deck. Why is he attacking like this? Why Why didn't he attack my Interceptor with his Vanguard? That would have been the smarter play. The thing is, he does realize that he's putting Juggernaut on the bottom of the deck, right? Okay. I'm more concerned that he's drawing PGs. Because, okay, I know that he has one heal on the bottom of his deck, and there's a one right there. So he could only potentially have one. I need him to deal me this damage, actually. He does realize that these are going to the bottom of the deck. I hope he's realizing that. I hope he knows that. That would be really bad if he doesn't know that. Alright. Time to... I mean, I could put Nevin here to guarantee that she can swing into the Vanguard. Otherwise, I have to use Cursed Lancer with some... Alright, well, let's do it this way. I'm gonna hope that I can get a booster. If I don't get a boost, I have to use my Perfect Guard. It's that simple. Come on, draw grade 1. Oh, I didn't draw grade 1. That's okay. So, we'll do... We have to call it down. Yeah. He's gonna have to 6 damage heal. Let's go. Oh, he gave up. Alright, he's surrendered. Should have at least played it out, dude. Unless he had the third Juggernaut in his hand. That would be the only reason why he surrendered. Okay. Everybody's giving me only like 20 points. No one's giving me like 30 points. That's why the first week is not as good to climb as the second one. Because it's better to start climbing later. Because you just get a lot more. You rank up way faster. This looks like it's going to be MLB. Fighting to the end. Yeah, this is probably gonna be MLB. I guess let's try to get a grade 2 that's usable. Alright, there we go. That's not bad. That's actually a very good opening hand after that mulligan. Alright, it's MLB, boys. This is the match. This is the match where we could actually lose the win streak. We're at 24 wins right now. And oh, it's the one with the Garmor? Is this like the Garmor hybrid deck? I don't think this one's as good as the regular MLB, but we'll see what happens here. Alright, what we're gonna do is do what I always do against MLB, and I never give them the first damage. What we'll do is we will actually call Nostrum here, so we reduce the risk of overdrawing, and we just pass our turn. So that way, if he rides Blaster Blade or Blaster Dark, he can't search MLB or the other blaster that he might need. So unless this way, it forces them to either have Gant slot or it forces them to have already got the pieces in the opening hand. It slows the deck down a turn. It slows by 1 turn because you don't want to like not attack them at all. Here's the thing: if he gives me 2 damage, I'm going to retire Wingle Brave. That's basically what happens. Alright, so he unless I get a heal, I get a draw. Okay. Alright, it's Maka. I mean, Maka's good. We're not gonna use it though, because I mean that Wingle's no. So goodbye. Alright, now Blaster Dark will kill the Interceptor, and then I don't have Cursed Lancer, which is kind of bad right now. I really wish I had one. So this is 16. We'll just do this. I'm only going to give him 1 damage right now, because this way, his heal will whiff on his drive check, and it will whiff right here on his damage check. So I'm denying him I'm denying him a 2nd damage because I don't want him to like call Blaster Blade out, kill my Interceptor, and then swing, and go off with MLB, right? So when you play against MLB, you gotta have to know how the weaknesses of the deck to be able to beat it. effectively. So here, let's see what he does. I'm curious to see what he's gonna do because he lost his booster. He wasn't able to search. He's only got 4 cards in his hand. See if he can actually do the MLB. He doesn't have enough. Okay, so he's still gonna be able to do it. But now look, now he has. Okay, now he doesn't have the field presence. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. He is gonna give me counterblast for Maka though. Unless I heal. Well, actually, no. I mean, okay, see? See what I did? See what I did? I denied him a heal. And I denied him a potential, like, Blaster Blade play. Oh, wow. That's good. That's perfect. I need that card. For the Cross Ride. Cross Ride is what's going to make me end up winning this. Alright, 7 and 5 is 12. So we will... Huh. Put this... I kind of want to make... I need this here, actually. The reason why is because I need to, yeah. Yeah. I need this. I need to build up some good columns right now. So I can use this column with the nullity later on. I need 2 interceptors this turn. I have to push some damage here. Alright, this is the weakest column. 19 and 17. So yeah, they both hit the right number. I need like 1 trigger though. Oh, okay. So I'm only gonna be able to hit with one of the others. Naka's going in for the kill. Alright, and look, the thing is, he's still trailing me in damage. So the thing is, he still can't heal. And he only has 2 cards in his hand. So he's dependent now on draw triggers to refill his hand. And the thing is... Oh, look. Okay, he's calling out 3. That's not going to help you, pal. And now he's going to have to waste the MLB on the other intercept. Look at that, boy. Heal number 2. Denied. Denied heal. Okay, if I draw... Okay, he got 1 draw. I'll give him that. But if I draw the Phantom Blaster Overlord, this is going to be hilarious. Like, for the Persona Blast. Because I'll just use it. I'll use it. Because he only had, like, a couple of cards in his hand. Now we're going to Cross Ride. Now we're going to... Okay, he didn't deal me any damage. So we kind of just need to sit on these boys, I guess. Now we're just going to swing into him with everything we've got. This is 18 down the middle. All these are strong. And the thing is, he still can't heal. Oh, he runs... Oh, I should have checked what this thing was. So he's got the crits? That's kind of weird. Wow. So, well, he is doing pretty good getting defensive triggers, so I'll give him that. Now he can heal. What? What is this stuff? He has a bunch of great 3s in his hand. That means that the likelihood of him checking a trigger is down. I didn't realize he had that many great 3s. And he keeps getting his draws. Wow. Alright, now it's going to take the PG out of my hand. There's Blaster Blade. I still don't have any counterblasts. So, wait, that's 12. So 7 and 5 is 12. So we can still... okay. Is this really worth using? I mean, this forms 17. So, yeah. Give me a 2. Oh boy. Oh boy, this is not good. So... 17. How are we gonna do this? Because now he attacks me with that. He has a trigger. I don't have any interceptor. We're probably gonna have to just. Oh wait. Put that over here. Yeah. I need at least. think this is right. Oh, I should have attacked with the Vanguard first. That would be safer. Yeah, that would have been the safer play. Wow, he had... okay. So what's gonna happen here, he can attack that. He can attack Nevin. Alright, that's gonna trigger the PG. So... oh, I forgot that even did that. Oh, what? I didn't even realize it did that. Oh, that's cool. So now he's going to... okay, I'll live, because I'll perfect guard. But man, I didn't even read this card. This dude has luck sack his draw triggers the whole game. Every single turn he's gotten one. Alright, but I got rid of 2, so we just need to do 3 attacks to him. Alright, he gave me the thing I needed. Alright, there goes... that was the heal. Let's get rid of that. Man! Alright, this time we won't mess that up again. I keep drawing my heals. Wow. So 22? Okay. 25. He's gonna need double. Or 24. He's gonna need double. Wow, man. That dude held on. We had to fight for that one. I was surprised. I was getting a little bit nervous there. Alright, well that was... now we're at 25 wins. But hopefully that kind of teaches you guys how to play against MLB. It's all about denying him the first damage, staying 1 damage ahead of him so that his Ganslots whiff. Because did you see that? He whiffed twice. I might actually take this video as a example, like a deck profile video, because that was actually a really good match that demonstrated how to play, not only how to play Shadow Paladin, but how to play against MLB, which is arguably the only S tier deck in the format right now. So it's not unbeatable, as we've shown here. It got me my 25th win. So I'm now equal to my previous win streak of 25 wins. I don't think I've gotten above 25 wins before. So let's see if we can break the record. This might be another MLB. But I don't know, usually like Korin with the Valentine's, like the chocolate making supplies, tends to be a VP farmer. Alright, what I'll do is I'll keep the second javelin so I can discard like a heal trigger or something. See, so this is a VP farmer. Because no one in their right mind playing Royal Paladin is going to be playing Galahad legit in an MLB format. I mean, unless, I don't know, unless they really, really want to play Galahad / Garmor. But I guess that's the thing to do if you're VP farming with Royals. It's to make your avatar the Korin from the Valentine's Day event, and that's basically it. So let's oh, I already have the dude that I need. So we're gonna go ahead and put this here. We're not gonna use this. We're gonna call this here. That's... I just realized that doesn't make any sense because that's not the right numbers. Oh well. Let's see, here come... oh, you didn't get it. Come on, I want him to attack me, and I want to get a critical trigger. I want to get hit with a crit here. Hit me with a critical. Okay. I guess this... so this opponent either probably has a bunch of grade 3s in their opening hand, because judging by that, that was a grade 1, and there's a grade 2 and a grade 1 in the damage. Call this back, put this over here. Shows we've got 7 people watching, but no one's saying anything in the chat. Like, Andre was the only one that commented so far. I will say I am playing better on this stream than yesterday. Yesterday I played for, I think I did like an hour-long stream. And, I don't know, I lost a lot of games yesterday. So that's 10k column. 18, let's go. Alright, that's 26 wins. I'm now beyond my previous record. I want to get... I'm going to save a screenshot of that. Because what I'm doing is I'm chronicling, like, as far as I can climb in terms of win streak. I'm going to climb... Keep going until I lose a match. And then, yeah, then we switch clans. But, man, it is so slow climbing, like, it's 20 points per game. That is so slow. If you wait till the last 4 days of this event, you are gonna climb really fast. Like, literally, you can get, like, legend from 0 to, like, 15 in, like, 1 day. Keep that one. It's probably another VP farm. Yeah, another VP farm. Wow, another royal. And this one's not using the Korin with the eggs. Trying to remember, like, my first time I got a 15 win streak was using... It was not OTT. I think it was Perfect Riser? It was either Perfect Riser or Bermuda Triangle. Yeah, this guy. Unfortunately, I don't have a way to hit. I mean, I could have made a 12k column. Oh, that's not good. We're at 8 cards. If he attacks me and hits a critical or something, and I take a check a draw, I'm gonna have to discard a card. I say that as though it matters against a VP farmer, but I just hate when you mill cards, you discard cards because you overdrew. It's taken me a long time to get used to running 9 draw. But now that I'm used to it, although, no, that's not true. I was used to it when I played Spike Brothers, because Spike Brothers is 9 draw deck too. Oh, whoops. I put on the wrong side. I forgot that he rode up to 9k. Well, at least we made a 20k column. What do you guys think? How should I change my Shadow Paladin deck? Should I remove the 1 Maka and put the 4th Nevin in? Or leave it the way it is? I kind of like the 1 Maka though. Because she can build a 17k column to attack an MLB who checks a regular damage. So I kind of like that. I like how Ren's still saying his monologue while the battle phase is still going. He just keeps talking the whole time while that's going. Oh, this is not gonna hit, is it? This is like, yeah. Oh, yeah. Wait. Oh, it's an 8K. For some reason, I kept thinking that I only have like a 6K behind him. I like to check like the different blaster blades. So this guy's got one of the alternate art. Alright, whatever. Let's just end this. Watch, I bet you he has PGs. See? Why is it that the guys who run the ride chain, when they VP farm, they put the PGs in the deck for some weird reason? It doesn't help them against in the mirror match though. 9 crit is so much more effective in the mirror match than having 4 PGs in there. It just makes the round take longer. $27 wins. We're at 27 wins. Oh, an error. Alright, let's see if we can do a character fight actually. I think that's a sign that we need to check character fight. Okay, we only got 9 stamina, so let's keep going. We just need one more win to get Legend 24. I'm so used to getting plus 30 points because I don't normally play. I don't really bother ranking up much the first week of the event. I usually go like the second half of the second week. Oh, a mirror match. I don't know. Sometimes, like, when I go up against another Shadow Paladin player, like what they do, they seem to run critical triggers for some weird reason, and it's very confusing to me. I mean, the problem is I can understand running 4 crit, but when they run 9 crit, it's kind of like I don't know why they're doing that. It's almost like it's more like it would be a VP farmer deck at that point, and they're just playing the deck as though they're VP farming. It's kind of weird. So this one's a VP farmer with a bad connection, I guess. Or maybe the thing is they could be playing for real, because this happened to me one game where I was grade stuck at 0 as Shadow Paladin, so I wasn't able to do anything except pass my turn, and the guy thought I was VP farming, so he called down like perfect guards and stuff. It was hilarious. I assume this guy is like legit VP farming. Okay, that's a dead giveaway. So at least he runs the Cray Elementals to prove it. I think when it's very slow like this, it's it means that they're using an auto clicker. And the fact that he attacks me, that kind of proves, and it's kind of slow and delayed like that, that's kind of how you know it's an auto clicker. Which is fine. I mean, I don't have a problem with VP farmers at all, because they're a wonderful thing. They're a gift. they really are. I mean, okay. I kind of want to make 20k. I kind of wish I put that Marin over there actually, but whatever. This is 17. Oh, that's 18. Keep on counting the numbers wrong for some reason. See, this guy knows what's up. He's running... I don't know if he's running 4 stand. I hope he's not doing like 6 stand, 6 crit. That's dumb. You want to do 9 crit, 4 stand. Or not? Did I say 6 and 6? No, never mind. 7 and 5, or what is it? No. It should be 9 and 4. If he did half, then it would be a weird number because it's 13 cards. So it would be like one would be more than the other. So. It would be 7 and 6. 7 and 6 is dumb. It would be 9 and 4 is the best. 9 crit, 4 stand is the best way to go for a VP farmer. See, now what's happening here, probably the auto clicker is like not able to advance. Yeah, okay. So he's got an auto clicker. Alright, let's see if we can end this. It's always 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, this should be it. Yeah, there's lag, because that didn't even... Okay, that didn't even respond, like, when I first did that. Alright, Legend 24. $28 wins. $28 winning. This keeps happening to me. I don't know why. I might just have to manually like change decks, even though I haven't lost. If it takes this long, it's probably gonna... Okay, I found somebody. Goki. Gromblue equals VP farming. Sora. Now, I know I've played against Sora before. I think the last time I played against Sora, he was using Blau. So now he decided to go... And, oh, I should have sent that Blaster Dark back. Oh, well. But that's the other reason why you play 2 Blaster Dark as opposed to 1 Blaster Dark. Because, like, if you only play 1 Blaster Dark, then you don't have the option. If he's in your opening hand... Oh, never mind. You can still send him back. What am I talking about? You can still send him back. Because you'll just get him... Yeah. I mean, okay. I say that, but you have to have Blaster Javelin in your hand also. Because if you only play 1 Blaster Dark, and you have him in your opening hand, but you don't have Blaster Javelin, you cannot send him back. You have to keep him in your opening hand. Because if you send him back and you only have one of him in the deck, then you're gonna have to try to like hope you mulligan the javelin. You know, it creates inconsistency issues. Let's see. Let's make. I mean, this is easy 15. So we'll do 6 over here. 6 and I guess I could have made. Maka and Sharon always team up, so they're gonna go over here. They're best pals. Especially in V-Series Vanguard, in the current Vanguard. Like, literally, Maka in V-Series, or I guess Charon's only purpose in V-Series is so that he can be called to the field by Maka. Or Dark Dictator. That would be the only other card that would call him down. Maka, like, prevented the auto-clicker from attacking the Vanguard. Alright, just bring him out. Bring out Blast of Dark. Make it look cool. We got all the classics on the field. We got McLear. We got, Aran, what's her name? Ariana, I don't know. Ariana Grande, and we got, Darkness Maiden Maka, and Phantom Blaster Overlord. And Black Sage Sharon, we got the whole deal. Everybody on the field. It's the All-Stars right here. This is Team All-Stars. Oh snap, we can do this! I should have, oh, I should have, attacked with Maka first then. We could have got a... Yeah, because the only thing I can do here after this is... He's gonna live, because he... Was that 2 PGs? Hold up. That was 2 PGs? And he got a heal, though. This is a heal, right? Oh, no, never mind. I thought I heard him say heal trigger. That was pretty funny. Darkness Maiden Maka, a lot of people aren't running her. They're opting for 4 Nevin, and I don't blame them. But she will see play in Shadow Duke. Spectral Duke Dragon definitely can benefit from Maka in the deck. Because, well, I don't know, maybe not actually. Well, I mean, the reason why is because it gives you good targets to retire. But Nevin draws you 2 cards and only uses 1 counterblast, so actually I kind of think that Nevin's still better at 4 in Spectral Duke. I'm actually pretty stoked that Spectral Duke is going to be playable in Shadow Paladin. Going on 30 wins. We're almost at 30 wins. We don't want to end it now. We have to go all in. I think this is a VP Farmer. I don't even know what that... Ooh. Ooh. I don't even know what that is. Ooh. What is that? Oh, look. We already got them. Send this. Send this. And keep the rail. Send all that stuff back. Let's go. This might be MLB, though. If they take a very long time for the mulligan, it's probably MLB. Because they're trying to mulligan. See? Alright. It might end here, boys. But we're gonna go down with a fight. So close to 30 win streak. And MLB shows up. Alright, let's go ahead and throw this down. And what do I want to do here? I kind of want to filter. Okay, that's good. That's very good, actually. Because I was trying to filter into Phantom Blaster Overlord because the cross ride is very key in the MLB matchup. Alright, this person is not trying to rush me, I guess. Oh, it is? Okay. Well, now we got 3 PGs. Now, here's the predicament. When you go first, it's harder to decide whether you should attack them, like give them 2 damage. Or 1 damage. Because I kind of want to not make him take damage this turn. But at the same time, we can do... Alright. We're just gonna pass. Even though I'm behind him in damage, I don't care. Okay, he rode that. He's gonna get Blaster Blade now. Because I'm trying to think, like, if I dealt him 2 damage, well, he would not have used Blaster Blade against me, because that would be really bad to do that. He didn't attack me. He didn't attack me either. Why? Oh, he doesn't want me to use. He doesn't want me to like rewrite Blaster Dark or use Phantom Blaster. He's playing pretty smart. Okay, what we'll do. Because, okay, he's 8. Can we form 18? 17? I got nullity over there. So, what I'll do is I'll put this here. And then... throw this away. Let's see what we get. Okay, that gives me the cross ride. That's good. So that actually worked out. So at this point, we'll do... oh, this isn't the right column, but I need... I guess what I could do is just attack him with that. Alright, we'll do this. I need to do at least, like, try to do more than 1 damage. Or, you know, try to do him a damage. We have 3 PGs, so we're okay. Okay, good. There goes Blaster Dark. There goes Blaster Dark, so it kind of slowed him down a little bit. We'll see what he does here. I'm curious to see. Because I know he's got Blaster Blade because Gansot searched it. He might even have a second one. Who knows? Let's see what he rides grade 3. Let's see. I want to see if he has MLB. Okay, he's got MLB. So that means that... okay, he's got Blaster Blade. He's going to get a second... now he has at least 2 Blaster Blades off of this. So... the question is, does he have Blaster Dark? Calls Palamedes? Okay, that thing. So what he's gonna do here, he's gonna attack. Why would he do that? He does know that only Palamedes or Bedivere can only hit me with 1, not both. So I don't know why he would do that, actually. He wasted his counterblast. He could have got another search with Wingle. That's so weird. I don't understand why he did that. Oh well. Man. When they get the triggers like that, heal, draw, and stuff like that in the same turn, that's kind of annoying. It is what it is. Okay. I don't understand why he did that. Now, what I'm thinking we can do, we're definitely going to cross ride. And now we're going to probably blow up his Wingle in the back, so he needs to commit another booster. So we're going to sacrifice Full Bow. The problem is Palamedes can still hit me, but I don't care. MLB is a 12k. So we're gonna get rid of this thing. Dog for dog. Dog eats dog. There we go. Now, we definitely need to bring out this. We don't need to use Nostrum skill, so we're just gonna go ahead and bring out both of them. Kill this. Yes, I needed that. And then go ahead and put this here. Okay, now because I healed to 1, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kill Palamedes with the other one. We're gonna slow roll him. Because Palamedes is annoying because it hits 13. So we're gonna go ahead and kill it while we can, and then just attack him. So we're gonna deal him 1 damage. That way, he can't use, and he hits another defensive trigger. So he can't use Blaster Blade on me. I don't want him to be Blaster Blading one of my intercepts and trying to, you know, attack me. So let's see what he does. He's got a lot of cards. Another Gancelot. Alright, so he has two Blaster Blades. Okay. If he doesn't have boosters, he's gonna run into some consistency issues. Yeah, he doesn't have... Man, he has been checking triggers like crazy. His 7 draws are gone. The problem is he's still got like 3 Gancelots. Alright. So the cross-right is basically what's the determining factor in the MLB matchup. We're gonna have to throw away our Persona Blast because it's not really needed right now. I need like attackers and stuff. Okay, that's good. That's actually really good. So again, I guess we're just gonna be doing. You know what? What we'll do? We'll just put Curse Lancer here because Nullity is gonna be more important later on. So we'll use this to kill Blaster Blade. Yeah. Okay. I'll do it like this. How many triggers have I checked? I have no more heals left. I just realized that. That means those perfect guards are going to be very, very important. Dude! Every single time, man. Draw on his damage phase. Or damage check. He's got one more draw, and it's probably in his hand. We'll see. Okay, he's gonna put that there. I think that was the card that he just drew. He'll give me counterblast. I can retire my booster for this thing, although the problem is I'm gonna start running out of... No, I'll probably let it live for now because I need a way to I'm trying to think. Okay, so we have that. We have to bring one of them out. Huh. How do I want to do this? Wait, what do I have? How many grade 2s do I have left? 1, 2. Wait, so 2. Seven. I mean, I could use this to retire that. I don't know if that's necessary right now, though. Kind of think I know I need to do this because that's 18, and I'll probably do this as well. Huh. I'll let him keep his booster this turn because I can perfect guard him for a while. Alright. Okay, there's one PG. That's one I wanted to see. Because I'm guessing he has 2 in his hand. I mean, he could have the 3rd one. He could have just drawn the 3rd one. I guess what I should have been doing is I should have been paying more attention to his other drive checks that weren't the triggers. That way I don't remember if he has one that I saw. He could get a 6 damage heal. Okay, what we should do is probably retire the intercept and attack twice. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to do it. Okay, oh well. Too late. Alright, he's out 2, I'm out 1. Got 3 left. And I can take some damage technically. I just can't take damage from the MLB. I can take damage from like a rear guard. The thing is, that was my only way of doing the Persona Blast, so I don't have that option now. So now it's just gonna be like a poking contest to see how many PGs we can. The thing that I'm worried about is he's probably gonna heal down because of Gancelot. And he's gonna retire this guy now. I mean, yeah, I guess it's worth doing that. He can only hit me with MLB. Okay, there we go. He's gonna give me another damage. Then here we perfect guard. I don't think he has any. Yeah, there we go. I had a feeling that would happen. And he could potentially double heal here. Okay. So he even has potentially one more. Wow. Alright, how are we gonna do this? He's at 3 damage and he has 1 trigger in the deck and he has 10 cards, so there's like a 30% chance. If I need to retire his booster? This. And now, I mean, he's so far, he's more ahead of me in damage now. That's because Gancelot's super good. Yeah, I guess. How many triggers? I don't have any triggers left. So we just gotta do it like this. See what he's gonna do. He's gonna kill that. Then I perfect guard, and then I have to try to kill him next turn. I have to draw. I mean, I don't know if I can actually. I don't have any. Okay, he doesn't have any intercept, but the thing is, I can't make another 13k line. I mean, 12k line. So I think I lost. Yeah, that was his last heal, so he didn't have it. Okay. And that card in his hand might be the last. Might be his. Oh, there's the perfect guard. Okay, he doesn't have the perfect guard in his hand. Maybe I should have kept my Persona Blast. I think we lost. Let's see what happens now. He has no more triggers left. He has to... Oh, he can beat me. All he has to do is call down that card in his hand. He's still gonna win. He can't win with MLB, but he can win with that one card that he calls down. This was a really close game, though. Yeah, all he has to do is call something down. Oh, wait. I guess he wants to win with... Okay, so that was his perfect guard. Oh, he just drew the perfect guard. It went to the bottom of the deck. Oh, man. We were so close to getting 30 wins. We were almost at a 30 win streak. I said it earlier, though, right? I said, like, most likely I'll lose the win streak to MLB. That was a good game, though. I thought it was kind of a cheeky move that I did, because he was at 4. So I attacked his Gancelot instead of attacking his Vanguard, because it's like, I would just put him at 5, and it's like, I'm gonna lose the following turn anyway, so it didn't really matter. Yeah, oh wow. I mean, he was at 5 though, right? He better have been at 5. If he was at 5 and I didn't attack the Vanguard when I could have, that would have been dumb. Because then at that point, it's either he has the perfect guard or he doesn't. Alright, let's try a different deck now. We finally lost our... We were at 29 wins with Shadow Paladin, and we finally lost. So let's try Velvet Voice Reindeer. Or actually, let's see what... How many wins do I have with Shadow Paladin? I wonder. Because... I think that's a lot of games. I got a lot of games in with them. 127. So I did 29 win streaks, so I was at like 90, almost 100 earlier. Oh no. That was some of there was lost. No, that was 29 win streak. So yeah, 127 wins. That's pretty good. That they finally topped my OTT. And if you look, Shadow Paladin has more wins than OTT, slightly, and they're lower clan level. What that means is I have a higher win percentage with them than I do with OTT. Because it means that I've ranked up more wins, but the clan level is not as far up, which means I haven't lost as many games. Because whether you win or lose, you still gain clan points. So I finally surpassed OTT with Shadow Paladin. Because OTT was the one that I mainly played most of the games where I was actually trying to win. And Bermuda Triangle is the other one. Bermuda Triangle also, so 108, clan level 14. But see this? They're slightly further ahead in clan level, but they have significantly less wins. They don't have like a super long win streak. As Shadow Paladin, that means that you win a game, you'll lose a game. You win a game, you'll lose a game. Or you might go like 2 wins, 1 loss, or 2 losses, 1 win. It'll zigzag. You won't have like a big, consistent like winning spree. I mean, it can happen. We're gonna try them right now, actually. Cause I don't feel like playing as Tsukuyomi or Risers. Risers, to me, was so boring. I guess it's just mainly because Nova Grappler's not my style. Or more specifically, Riser is not my style. Basically, Perfect Riser is just punch, and punch to win. It's basically Falcon Punch your way to victory. MLB is similar. And I don't really like decks like that. They're easy to win with, but they get so boring. They're so boring after a while. It's like... There's so little... I mean, there's not as much diverse thinking in terms of the plays. 60 win with Spike Brothers. 58 wins with Grand Blue. That sounds about right. That was where I played them for like 50 games and I get kind of tired of them. Dimension Police, I did some stuff with them early on when they were just released. Same thing with Dark Irregulars, although I like Dark Irregulars more than Dimension Police. Royal Paladin. It's funny how... my Dimension Police and my Dark Irregulars have more wins than my Royal Paladin deck. That proves to you guys that I do not play Royal Paladin. Kagero, same deal. Don't really play them that much. I have Dote, I have MLB. I don't play them. Alright, let's Oh wait, we now have enough to do a character fight. Let's see, how are we doing on time? I guess we can go for a couple more games, but that's basically gonna be it for tonight. What are we gonna do? Kamui? No, Tetsu? Oh, it should have been Kamui actually. I'm trying to build a Zur. Because I already have the triple R materials for him. I only need to craft like Edel Rose for Dark Regular, and that's basically it. Here's a pro tip. Always spend your stamina down. Keep on spending your stamina down. Unless you have to fulfill some objective specifically. Like this, for instance. If there's one that you gotta do, like collect like X amount of... Or beat like... a certain character, like... Win 4 times against Tetsu or something like that. Then you would save your stamina for those fights. Or you do it in the following day. Alright, let's play as different decks now. Okay. Let's do it. Oh, we need to switch the picture here. We're playing as Reindeer now. VP farming if no sleeves. Eto Ranger. And we get a VP farmer. So we have 1, 2, 3. Just keep the whole hand. Although I kind of want to throw that 3 back for a better one. Oh, it's my favorite type of VP farmer. The one that runs the 6K vanilla. Because that can't do anything. Oh wait, we're grade 1. Okay. This is the most annoying one when they... Although, honestly, the ride chain ones are more annoying. Because they'll ride up, and then the people who make VP farming decks that run the ride chain will put 4 PGs and 4 heals in the deck. That just slows it down even more and more annoying to deal with. But the 6K Vanguard is annoying because when it damage checks, it hits like insane, ridiculous numbers. I guess put this here, yeah. I don't know, I think I think Aqua, Top Isle Aqua, is it not Top Isle, what is it? Top Isle Aqua? Top Isle Aqua and Sedna. Mermaid Idol Sedna. Top Isle Aqua and Mermaid Idol Sedna. The vanillas I think are more consistent than Clearwater Claire, of the Corals Claire, and Blazer Idols, because their 10k body and 8k body is just way more reliable than the 6 and the 8k bodies. Alright, so this is 14. It's kind of like a bad column, but whatever. Because if he checks trigger, he goes at 16. We got lucky he didn't get one. Send this up. And the reason why we send that up is that way we can call the 17, the sister, down, and then get to do the draw effect. Oh, but he died because we run crits. Because we run 5 crit for draws. Because you don't want to run like all criticals. I think that's just not good. That's just... You want to run some form of draw triggers. I think in every single deck. There are a few exceptions though. My cause is just. Okay, hopefully this is a soulless OTT. Because I want to show you guys... That's probably VP Farmer though when they look like this. Yeah, we can keep this hand. This is a good hand. Okay, this is showcasing the deck against VP Farmers. If I have to call Mermaid Idol Ellie down, I can always do that, so no big deal. Alright, you're gonna attack me and get a critical. Give me some counterblast. When I want to take damage, I never take damage. When I don't want to take damage, I always take damage. You gotta use that reverse psychology. This is whatever. I mean, I'll just try to show you guys the combos. So, this is 9. This is 13. Okay. So here we won't set anything up. There's no reason to. But the nice thing about the Pearl Sisters is that they don't use any counterblasts. They use Soul Blast as their resource. But I had to play this deck because they made a reindeer. I mean, I've already played it a lot, but now that it's 11K, it's even better. Alright, so was this 13? This is not a good column against that. So we need to do stuff like this. This is first. This is second. And then, okay, now 24, so now we're gonna have to throw all... See, this is the reason why you run critical triggers as opposed to stand triggers, because... Okay, what we want to do here is put this here. Now we'll need one more. And here's the thing. Here's some of the combos. Now, because I know I can't use that thing, I'll just send this back. So I have that in my hand. And we'll just call something like this down. Because, you know, whatever. Like, you could also call the Perfect Guard down again. But it's like, in a real match, you wouldn't do that. You'd keep it in your hand. The only bad thing about using the Perfect Guards in Bermuda Triangle when you can bounce them to your hand is that you show your opponent that you already have them. So the opponent already knows, like, okay, I saw that there was one Perfect Guard. Or, you know, maybe you called 2. You normally wouldn't call more than 1 down, though. Because you don't want to give away that much information. Okay, we can form 19 here. So we're going to go ahead and do that. See, I can see stand triggers working. Because, like, when I attack with Ranger right now, for instance, I had to use an entire column to commit to that attack. Whereas... If I check a stand here, because this is the reason why people think stands are good. Now I have to send something up to my hand, so I could stand the booster or the front row, give it power, although I need to give the power to the Vanguard, and then I have to call something else down. So, but the thing is, when you run crits, it doesn't matter because you're still gonna get to do the bounce effect. But now, on top of that, you commit less resources. So, you know what? Like, let's say I want to call this down, or right? It doesn't really matter. That thing would proc right now, and it would do its counterblast 1, soul charge and draw, and then it's still standing. So it's like I still stood a unit. So you know I could attack another, like a rear guard or something, like a grade 3 or something. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't know. I still kind of think that. The critical triggers are better in the Velvet Voice Reindeer deck than the stand triggers. Alright, let's try Soulless OTT. Not too familiar with how to play this deck, but we're going to try it out. And I think this will be the last one. We'll probably play like 2 more games. And then I'm probably gonna call it a night. Oh, now he shows up. Kai shows up now after like all the Shadow Paladin stuff and then the Bermuda stuff, and now we go to Misaki, and then he shows up. And he shows up with the farmer sleeves too. That's hilarious. Man, this will be interesting. Because I don't think I've ever faced Dote as OTT. Alright, we'll go with this. See what he does. Okay, he matches me 7 for 7. Now, okay, he decides to put counter there. That's interesting, because he could also put counter to the side, because he has the option now. I gave him the option to do that because I didn't ride like an 8K. Interesting, he still decided to do it though. Okay, we'll go 10. I don't want to bring down my booster just yet, so we're gonna do this. Because of Tejas, that's the main reason why I don't want to bring out the booster. This other reason is Berserk Dragon is also kind of problematic in the early game. He's going to call something behind Bellicosity. Or he's going to try to high roll. Hey Alex, man, this dude, he just like straight up high roll. It doesn't matter, won't hit anyway, because I'm going to go to 15. Hey Alex, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Oh, that hurts. Take a PG down there early like that. Oh man, that's bad. So we got, let's see, 6 cards are going to go to 5. Lulu's going to give me 1, that's 6. Then I'm going to get 2 more, I'll be at 8. Alright, now we gotta decide where we're gonna put Lulu. I say we put Lulu here because Coco will be 13 when she attacks. And now we draw 2. So you plus 3, you draw 1 and from the starter, and then you draw 2 more from going soulless. And that's kind of bad that we went 2 heals out. But it is what it is. So now we only have 2 left. We need to retaliate. This thing is a good retaliation thing. Okay, here's what we'll do. This thing will go here to kill that thing. Coco has to swing because she has Cyberline crits in this deck. And then what I'll do is I'll put this here too, because this is pretty strong. That's 18, so yeah. Coco will go first, or no, Coco maybe should go last. And we'll make it 21 here. Let's see what he does. Let's go like this. Let's try this. Gaga? Yeah, good call. Yeah, but the thing is, it can put it on the bottom of the deck. So, that's true. That's true. But it creates like a stack that, I don't know. Okay, I see your point why you run Gaga. Oh. Crit trigger. See, I think crits are just easier to work with in this deck than stands. I understand stands for the whole Silent Tom thing. This dude's getting super lucky. Not only did he heal against me earlier, like when he attacked me, he healed, but now he healed again on his damage. But it's okay. He's 2 out. I put 1 back. The thing is, the heal is right now the bottom, so I have to create a stack. So I don't know if you guys have any like suggestions here. Let me put the deck list on the stream actually. There, that's the deck list that I have. Oh, he did not cross right because I guess he doesn't think he needs to, or maybe he didn't have Overlord. Dude! Stop healing, please. Okay, but the thing is, now he can't do a Dote restand, so I guess it works out. I don't have enough counterblast to re-ride, so we're gonna have to skip that. I'm thinking we bring out Glaze. Or Silent Tom. Silent Tom, I have 4 Silent Toms in the deck, so I'm not too worried. Yeah, let's bring out Glaze. We have to put some kind of interceptor. Silent Tom can't hit that thing with the booster. I don't want to commit the booster just yet, so we'll do it like this. Thing is, we hit 21. We can hit over his trigger, so this is pretty good. Okay, so that's good. No, he's out 3 heals though. He's healing our early. If he heals again though, that's gonna be ridiculous. Okay, he's gonna do... Yeah, okay, here we go. So he's gonna do... Overlord will kill my 2 things, then he'll attack me with his Vanguard. Then he's going to pass triggers to whichever column. I mean, they're both 16. Oh, actually, that other one's 18. He's gotta put it on Overlord. It does. In this case, it doesn't matter because I'm a 10k Vanguard. It literally doesn't matter which one he puts it on. But he needs to put. If he checks the second one, he needs to put that one like right there on the Overlord again. He does not want to put it on the other thing. I mean, I guess he could, but why? Because then, you know, if I check a trigger, then now I need a trigger here, and I don't get one. Because I needed to kind of shut down one of those 2 attacks. Because I know I have a heal that's toward the bottom of the deck. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. But he has no interceptor though. So I know he has a perfect guard from Conroe. I assume let's just assume that he has another one. This dude has gotten super lucky. He's healed. Oh, he has no more heals though. That's the only good thing in this situation. I haven't checked any of my draws. I haven't drawn any of them yet either. Now the problem is when I re-ride, I will lose my 21k, but I have to do it for the advantage. Alright, now I don't have enough perfect guards to survive using a pollen unless I try to high roll on getting him. So we're gonna need to swing 3 attacks to the Vanguard this turn, or at least attempt to. So we're gonna have to do... Yeah, we're gonna have to do this. This is, I mean... Yeah, at this point you have to do this and hope that he doesn't check triggers. Yeah, talk about really bad luck right there. Well, at least he didn't check anything, but I don't have... Unfortunately, I didn't check a trigger when I really, really needed one right there. I could have ended the game right there. Alright, so we will kill off... Overlord. That's very unfortunate. I could have actually ended the game. Technically, if I check any trigger, doesn't matter what. Heal, crit, draw, doesn't matter. Well, okay, if I take that back. If it was a crit... Yeah, I think you are. There are... It says there's 7 viewers, but it doesn't tell me the names. We're still alive because we're PG, so I really, really need to draw a Silent Tom right now. Actually, Oh, I won't be able to use Coco. Oh, yes! Oh, we got it. We got it. We got it. We got it, boys. This is it. We just ride skip because she won't actually be able to use her skill. It has to be one or less soul. I'll have 2 soul. Here we go, boy. You lost. This is it. Final turn. Here, just to add injury. Guess what, boy? Give me my card. Yeah, perfect guard. That's why Fallen is good. Game. You have no more heals. Boom! That's it. That's how you own Dote. That's the thing. Do not think that OTT is bad. Soulless OTT is bad. Just because people say that Tsukuyomi's good. Yes, Tsukuyomi's good, but it's so mentally exhausting to play compared to Soulless. Soulless OTT is so much more straightforward, is so much more enjoyable, and people need to like remember Silent Tom is a thing, and Silent Tom can just straight up end games. Kagero, honestly, I think OTT is actually one of the best decks against Kagero. It is good, man. I never said it was bad. I never doubted it. That's why I don't really listen to the big YouTube channels when it comes to Vanguard, because I play based off of my experience, because I've been playing the game for a long time. So that's why I know how good Soulless was back in the day. It's legit. This is a legit deck, man. It's not like some Imperial Daughter trolling trash. I mean, it's not trash, but you know what I mean. Yeah, Silent Tom is so good in Zero. And that's why you gotta run 4. People are saying, oh, 3's enough, 2's enough. No, man, if you damage check 2 or 1, and you only got 2 in your deck, if you damage check them both, you're pretty much done. Or if you had to ride one of them, because you didn't have another ride target in your opening hand, you're done, man. You gotta max your win condition. You have to run the max copies for your win condition. Like, that's how you win the game. So... oh man, it feels so good defeating Dote with Silent Tom just like that. Boom, I don't care. Your counter gets you a PG, I don't care. You draw check, you run 9 draw all your PGs. No way, man. And you heal early like he did. It doesn't matter. We run crits, we put you up to 4, we get you there, and then boom, Silent Tom. 5 damage, you dead. 6 damage, heal is out of the question for him. That was a great way to end the stream, actually. That was because I've been streaming now for almost 2.5 hours. Yeah, OTT will always be one of my clans. It's not my main. It may seem like it's my main because this is the deck that I used when I started Zero. It was basically OTT. I climbed up on 2 Silent Toms. Well, actually, no, that's not true. I didn't have any Silent Toms in the beginning. It wasn't until I was, I think, S rank or A1 that I got 1 Silent Tom. Yeah. You know what? I'm probably gonna make deck profile videos, and people have been requesting that I put like example fights. I'll probably use the footage. I'll edit some of the footage from these streams and just put like that was a really good example of Soulless OTT. And then there was another match earlier. I don't know if you were watching, Samir, but there was one where I beat MLB using shadows, and I think I'll use that one as an example for the Shadow Paladin deck profile. So, because I don't know, were you watching when we got up to 29 win streak with Shadow Paladin on the stream earlier, and I finally lost to an MLB. It was bound to happen at some point. I was hoping to get 30 wins, but my current record is 29 wins with shadows, and I think the second highest was probably 16 or 17 wins with Perfect Riser, I think. Yeah, I mean, there's some pretty good matchups in this current format. Like, there's all these MLB. Obviously, there's so much MLB and so much Dote. I'm surprised I didn't come across a Dote. I mean, maybe I I know I played Dote as Shadows earlier today. I played against Dote a couple times, and I beat... To get up to 29 wins, I had to have won some of those games, those encounters with the Dote player, but... Yeah, I know, it was super close. But honestly, I feel like OTT is good against Kagero. Like, Kagero seems good against a lot of clans, but OTT is not one of them. I feel like OTT can outpace Kagero because they have a really good draw engine. They have inherent draw. And here's my philosophy on when it comes to building decks in Zero. In Zero, if your deck has... Here, let's go look at the decks. If your clan, or I guess the deck, technically it's the deck that you build, has inherent effects, like, think of it like Yu-Gi-Oh! Or, okay, well, not really Yu-Gi-Oh! But think of what the triggers do. There's Stan, there's Critical, there's Draw. If your clan has a lot of draw power, like for instance Bermuda Triangle and OTT have the strongest draw engines in the game, then you don't need to run 9 draw. You can get away with running less draw triggers. Obviously, in this game, the draw trigger is the best offensive... Oh, okay, not offensive. It's because it's technically also defensive. The draw trigger is the best trigger in the game. Because, unlike Standard Vanguard... Well, okay, we're not even going to talk about Standard Vanguard. We're just going to assume... We're just going to talk about Zero. So in Zero, the draw trigger is the best trigger in the game. Because it... Well... Okay, technically I guess the heal trigger is the best trigger in the game because it can save you, but... Okay, out of the draw, crit, and stand, draw is the best. And that's why you see so many people recommending 9 draw. But the problem with people blindly recommending 9 draw, and I've been saying this since I started this game day 1, is 9 draw is very good because draw trigger is the best trigger in the game. It's like saying in Standard Vanguard, 12 crit is the best... 12 crit 4 heal is the best build in V-Series. Yeah, no, yeah, there's so many people advocating 9 draw, 9 draw, 9 draw. No. But see, the thing is, okay, we're going to talk about the reason why 9 draw is not always the best way to go. If your deck has inherent ability to draw cards, like OTT does, like Bermuda does. Like, for instance, here, let's look at Bermuda real quick. Like, look at this. Bermuda has Pearl Sisters Perla. She has the ability on Vanguard, and hitting the Vanguard to Soul Blast 1 and return another card. Well, this is what her sister does. Her sister gives her the ability to Soul Charge and draw a card. This is an inherent draw ability. Rio, Girls Rock Rio is another one. When this is bounced to your hand, Counterblast 1, Soul Charge 1, and draw a card. There's another card that draws a card. Kareen, same effect. It's a grade 3, draws you a card. So you have 1, 2, 3, and I'm not even running the Luckbird clone, which is also capable of being run in this deck. Like, all you would do is you would take out the Blazer Idol and you run the one Caravel. Let's show it here, because so people know. Because this is why, like, this Soul Blast 2 draw card. And the thing is, this deck Soul Charges like crazy, because of the Pearl... No, because of Rio and Kareen, you're always Soul Charging, Soul Charging, Soul Charging. So you have very good Soul, especially if you're sitting on Pacifica. I mean, then there's a no-brainer to run something like this. So, when you have so much draw power, you do not run 9 draw. If you run 9 draw, not only do you run the risk of decking out early, before the game ends, because... Try it, and you'll see that it happens. If you play Bermuda... That's the reason why people keep saying Bermuda is so bad. Bermuda is not bad. Bermuda is bad because people who are told to play 9 draw try to build Bermuda with 9 draw, and then they deck out or they lose stupidly because they're not able to upkeep in damage with their opponent, and then they think the clan's bad. That's because they just don't know how the clan works. That's all there is to it. Like, the deck has so much draw power, arguably better than OTT in terms of the pure amount of cards you can draw per turn. They even have the Dark Cat clone also. So you don't run 9 draw in those type of decks. Now, that doesn't mean you can't run draw triggers. That's not what I'm saying. The reason why I believe every single deck, with a few exceptions, notable exceptions would include Imperial Daughter, Shadow Duke is another one that will come out later on that is a 9 crit deck. 9 crit 4 heal because Spectral Duke doesn't have to hit to restand. So when he doesn't have to hit to restand, it doesn't matter if they run PGs, and if I crit with Spectral Duke Dragon, I'm going to stack the crit on him, stack the power on him, you PG me, I don't care. I'm going to stand up and swing at you again, and now I still have a critical on me. Oh look, I checked another crit. Now I'm at 3 crit. Oh, do you have a PG again? See, those are decks where you'll run crit triggers. You will see later on, right now everyone's saying 9 draw, 9 draw, 9 draw. When you start seeing Vanguards that do not have to hit to restand, that is when you are going to start seeing critical triggers start showing up in the game as legitimate builds. Spectral Duke in Shadows will be the first example of that, because Shadows have Nevin, she basically pluses you 1. They have stuff like Maka, they have the Vortimir Ride Chain, they have so many ways to plus on the field or plus in the hand, so they can run the 9 crit and they restand and get the twin, and they lose the drive, but I mean they get the 1 drive, so you know, kind of like Blau, but they don't have to hit. So crits are still legitimate. I mean, I don't understand. So basically what I'm saying is if your deck has inherent draw, please do not run 9 draw. If you have a very good draw engine, run crits or stands with draws, but not all in stand, all in crit, or all in draw. None of this 9 and 4. 9 of something and 4 heals. No, that's not the way to build these decks. I'm serious. I mean, that's not how to build it. I can show you. I have like a plus 100 wins with Bermuda Triangle. I'm probably the only one that like streams this game that can actually show how to legit play Bermuda Triangle and have like over 100 wins. There's another YouTuber that I can think of that I know plays as Bermuda, but he advocates 9 draw, and I don't agree with him on that. I think yeah, no, I don't agree with that. So another example would be OTT. OTT, I love playing OTT because they don't have to run 9 draw. The problem with 9 draw is the matchups, the matches take forever because you have to grind for that every little piece of damage to the opponent's Vanguard. It's back and forth. That's the reason why I can't stand playing Dote. I mean, I can't see myself playing as Kagero because I don't like having to grind the match so slowly. But I will probably try Dote because he has a restanding effect. That's why I haven't really played Kagero that much. But when you have draw built into your cards, like Maiden of Libra, Luckbird, Scarlet Witch, Coco, you know, all this stuff, Little Witch, Lulu, there's so many things. Then at that point, you're going to want to run crits and draws, or draws and stands. Now, a lot of people advocate for stands in OTT, and I totally understand it. The problem is I feel like it's too much work it's too much emphasis on Silent Tom. And as you saw, as I just proved in that previous game, I mean, that's a good example of how crits are still good. With critical triggers, you push them in damage early, and you get over those heals. Like if someone, like it happened in the previous game, he damage checked something, he crit triggered. I crit him, so he took something and a heal. So he went to like 3 instead of 4. And then he healed down to like 2. Then I hit him, I crit him, he went to 4. Then I attacked, he went to 5. He didn't get a trigger, I attacked, he sentineled me or something. Then it was my final turn, and then Silent Tom comes down, and boom, he died. So, yeah. Okay, good point you brought up MLB, because now we're going to talk about MLB. So here's my MLB deck, just to prove to you guys, because people, I don't want people to get the impression that I never played 9 draw. That's not true at all. My Shadow Paladin deck that I went 29 wins is a 9 draw 4 heal deck, and it's a 9 draw for a specific reason. So the reason why these decks, like for instance MLB and Shadows, will run 9 draw is because they have inherent critical pressure, or they have inherent critical ability. So when your Vanguard can already gain critical, especially in MLB, where the deck is so consistent and it's so easy, well, I won't say so easy, because there's ways to play around it, to get the permanent 2 crit and the 12k body, kind of like Perfect Riser, where he has the permanent critical trigger all the time. Once you pull it off, you're gonna be running 9 draw because you always have the critical pressure. There's no reason to run the critical triggers, and on top of that, these decks are so reliant on specific pieces, like MLB. It's not just a matter of just easily, oh, I top deck MLB, and oh, I got the SB, I'm gonna win, it's so easy, unga bunga, swing, game. I mean, people who play like that are playing very inconsistently, and they're probably not gonna, I mean, they'll get wins just because they're using a deck that's they're just autopiloting the deck, and it's winning for them. Yeah, MLB is tier 0. Definitely. It's the only deck that's tier 0 right now. I would say Dote and Shadows are in the one right below it, and so is Perfect Riser and Tsukuyomi. But like when you're so piece reliant, like this thing needs Blaster Dark, it needs Blaster Blade. I mean, it needs this starter to search. It needs Ganslot to search. I mean, to recycle. It's so piece reliant. When the deck is very piece reliant, there's a lot of specific things, like you're trying to collect Exodia pieces or something. Then you need 9 draw. That is when your draw triggers come in clutch and they help you out. The other thing with OTT is OTT does not care if you have 9 draw, because as soon as they put you at 5, you better watch out, because a proper OTT player will be running, or a competitive OTT player rather, will be running 4 Silent Toms, kind of like how I just showed. I have 4 Silent Toms. I mean, it's right there, deck list right there. So yes, MLB. Okay, that's a good counterpoint, because I mean that can imply, basically when you say MLD is searchable, that implies that you can get away with running critical triggers or stand triggers. Yes and no. Definitely stands are a no-go in MLB, because oftentimes, because you have to commit so many pieces to the field, you're going to, and also because you're in a meta where you're up against like Dote and MLB, you know, there's a mirror match and stuff like that. You don't really want to run stands, because oftentimes you'll be in situations where you don't have a very good board setup. If that makes sense, your field won't be set up properly to benefit from stands. Usually that's what's going to happen, because you have to do stupid things like, well, not stupid things, but you have to call like Blaster Dark behind the Vanguard, Blaster Blade in the back row, and you'll have like Palamedes and like another Blaster Blade or something in the front row that can, like maybe a Bedivere or something. So you know what I mean? Like, you're not going to really have a good field setup to deploy stand triggers effectively the way you would in, like, say, Garmor or something like that. Critical triggers could work. Honestly, I have thought about making MLB a critical trigger. Yeah. 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 Well, I don't know, because if you put it that way, if by that definition, MLB would not be tier 0, because MLB is not, I guess, yeah, you're right. No, I'll say MLB is tier 0. I still feel like MLB is tier 0. I mean, I've played as it, I've tested it, so I know how it's tier 0. I know how it's good. It's good because when you play against people, because you're bound to play against the average player who doesn't really know exactly how to play against it that well, or you're playing against somebody who, you know, runs like a tier 3 deck, like Dimension Police or Dark Irregulars or something, right? Or Pale Moon, you know what I mean? Like, and then you kind of just unga bunga swing and win. It doesn't matter what they do. They're trying to do like their Nightmare Doll Alice combos and stuff, and it's not really working that well because they rode Robert and he's soul charging their PGs and trying to sift for a trigger and not getting it, and then you know what I mean? So, and you're just sitting there on a 12k with a crit and you're just like swinging at them. So, yeah, so it's tier 0. But I mean, it doesn't win all the time, is what I'm saying. Like, there's Dote can beat them, Shadows can beat them, I mean, other decks can still beat them. It's not like they're unbeatable. But it's definitely the best one right now. But there is a good argument for running crits in MLB, because I feel like if you ran MLB himself as a critical trigger, it just, the symbolism there with him being a critical trigger would be just so ironic, right? Like, because there's gonna be matchups where the opponent does not have the PG, or they had like 1 PG and you got rid of it, and they were at 3 damage, and then they don't have one, and then you attack them, and then you crit, you draw, and you drive check an MLB crit trigger, and you're already at 2, so now you become 3 crit, and they're 3 damage. So, you know, then like, they gotta hit the heals, and if you're above them in damage, then they basically lose at that point. So I have actually strongly considered making MLB himself a crit, like running 4 crit and 5 draw. Because there's so much searchability, because, you know, this thing, superior calls, Gancelot, searches, but you're not really plussing. There's no real draw. Like, there's nothing that says draw 1 card from your deck or draw 2 cards from your deck. So that's the reason why I still feel that 9 draw, being so piece reliant, 9 draw is still the most optimal build, way to go for MLB. But you're right. And there is that too. They'll be caught off guard if they're like, always 9 draw. Because they can kind of like, you know, like if they're sitting there at 3 damage and they don't have a PG, they're like, oh, I can afford to take MLB this one time because I'll go to 5. They'll usually anticipate that. Because, I mean, I know that because, I mean, I've played against MLB a lot. So that situation's come up a lot. But if you run crits in MLB and then you crit them and then they're like, oh, well, that's game. So it just speeds up the state of the game. So, but there's no real draw engine. The only thing that deck thins in the MLB deck is the Star Call Trumpeter, and that's why I'm running 3 of her. A lot of people I've seen are only running 2 of her, and they're running 3 Bedivere. Bedivere is better in the mirror match, but I feel like Trumpeter is more consistent because it deck thins, and it. Not only is it a good interceptor, I mean, the only thing bad about it is an 8K body, but if it was 9K, it would kind of be really, really good. It'd probably be a triple R if it was a 9K. But, yeah, this is basically their Maka, but it calls a Blaster Dark or Blaster Blade. Usually Blaster Dark, from my experience playing the deck. But, yeah, I mean, Palamedes could be at 4 and Alfred could be at 1. But there have been some situations where Alfred is very, very key and very, very clutch. In those games, you just call him down, do that Counterblast 3 when you're at 5 damage, just Counterblast at 3, get your Bedivere or something out, and then just swing and go for game. So, or even get a booster behind him. So that's why it's really clutch. It can build columns. It can build this plus this behind him, or even this behind him is a 17 against MLB. That's the right number again, the MLB mirror match. So that's why I kind of do 2 of him and 3 Palamedes, because the other thing too is if the deck completely bricks, you don't ever really want to ride Palamedes because that's just bad in general. It'd be better, much better to ride Alfred. So that's why I want to run 2 of him instead of just 1 of him. But I mean, you could run it either way, and the deck will still function the same. But okay, now let's talk about Kagero, because a lot of people, okay, Kagero is a 9 draw deck. That is pretty much understood. And the reason for that is there is literally no draw power. There is 1 card. Oh, that's not even a draw card. That's a filter card because you're discarding to draw, and that's not exactly the same because you're not plussing. You're just like, I mean, you're technically you're deck thinning, but you know what I mean? You're not plussing in advantage wise. The only card, and this isn't even really plussing either, because it's just because its ability to search you, it deck thins, but it doesn't plus because it removes itself from the field. So they have ways to gather cards, but it's not literally plussing the way OTT and Bermuda pluses, just straight up plus, draw, counter, Soul Blast and draw, you know what I mean? Counter Blast 1 and draw, you know, stuff like that. You don't have that effect. That's the reason why you run 9 draw. But because of that, and because the deck has they have no inherent true draw power. They have filter, and they have like ditch and draw. They don't have true draw. That's the reason why they run 9 draw. Now, the weakness of them, they push damage slower because they don't have inherent critical. They don't have, you know, stuff like... That's why they give them a lot of unique skills. Like, they give them defensive skills. Tejas, being able to snipe back row. Berserk Dragon, retiring grade 2 or less. Overlord, stomping the front row, basically. You know, they have a lot of things. They have a lot of tools. I would say, like, Kagero has the most diverse and huge variety of effects in terms of their cards. They have so many interesting cards that no other clan has access to. Like Tejas is a prime example. Even stuff like Salamander. You know, like even Waterfall. Waterfall's effect is just very random. I mean, how it works. Of course, Dragonic Overlord, the end, is there to try to push damage and gain advantage. But yeah, you still run 9 draw. You can try to run 4 crit. I mean, I have actually come across a lot of Dote matchups where people were running Dote himself as a critical trigger, it caught me off guard. So I'm not saying that you can't run crits, or I'm saying like it's bad to run crits. You can run crits. You can run whatever you feel comfortable with. It's really just understanding how to play the deck with the trigger lamp that you choose. But in terms of like ease of use, this would definitely be a 9 draw in my opinion. But it's so slow and it's very grindy, so you have to really fight for your wins with them. You can't just like, you know, high roll with the way you can with MLB, or high roll with like OTT with crits and using Silent Tom to finish them off and stuff like that. Or Shadow, same deal. Kind of like go all in when you saw them damage check 2 Sentinels and they have another one sitting in the damage. So you kind of feel like, do they have the PG or they not? Or they don't have it. So then you go all in with the Persona Blast and just crit kill them. So stuff like that. Can't really do that with Kagero at all. But that's basically... Yeah, man. Oh, you would ask me earlier... Did somebody ask me earlier what I want to play next month? Or was the question about the current decks? But yeah, if you have inherent draw, you should run crits or stands in addition to draw, because that can only help you. That can't really hurt you, because you have so much draw power already. And the other thing too is, like, not only do you run the risk of decking out, but more commonly you run the risk of overdrawing, because you're running 9 draw and you have, like, for instance, in Solus OTT, if I ran 9 draw and I draw check early, then I might mill myself out. Or on the turn where I ride Coco and do the Lulu and the Coco skill, like, I'm gonna draw 3 right there, and if I'm already at like 7 cards in hand, I'm gonna like lose the 3rd card. Or if I'm at 8 cards in, I'm gonna lose the 2 Coco cards. I wouldn't be able to use Coco's effect. That's a big waste. Really the only one that I'm interested in is Angel Feathers, because I like the idea of being able to manipulate the damage. Like, because I've played so many games where I damage check a PG and that just irritates me so much. So I like that with Angel Feather, you'll be able to like reach in and pull the PG out of the damage. It's like, nope, I'm taking this. And so, I mean, the opponent will know that you have the PG, but it's like, it helps you a lot. So Angel Feather's #1 priority for next month. Second would probably be Gold Paladin, but not because of Ezel, because I don't really care about Ezel. I really only will be playing Gold Paladin to play Spectral Duke Dragon. So I know I'll need some of the pieces to build the Spectral Duke deck. I don't think the Spectral Duke deck will be out next month. I think it'll be out in August, unless Game Studio decides to do what they did the last month, where they gave us like 2 sets at the same time, which I'm hoping they do that. I would really like it if they do that, because if not, then it's basically gonna be, I'll probably just end up playing Angel Feathers That's the only one I'm really gonna try to build. I mean, it depends on what I pull, right? Like, if I pull everything, like how I pulled almost everything this time around, the only thing I didn't pull was the Azure Dragon, so I can't play the new Beast Deity deck. But I can play, like, Soulless OTT and MLB and all that other stuff. Yeah, if I pull all of them, then I'll play Narukami, I'll play Great Nature, I'll play the Lox Ride Chain. I think that's what they get, Lox, and I don't think Leopard is in there, right? I think it's, I honestly, I don't remember what Great Nature is getting next month. I know it's the debut set. I think they get the Ride Chain. I know Ezel is coming. Dragonic Kaiser Vermilion for Narukami. Narukami's cool, but I don't know if I'm gonna focus on building them. Probably not. I mean, I'll like I said, I'll play whatever I pull. But in terms of what I'm really looking to play, probably Angel Feather. He's in there? Okay. Yeah, I'll play Great Nature, because I like decks that have draw engines, and Great Nature has a lot of draw power. Because that means you can run, like, stands or crits, in addition to the draw. Usually, for me, like, okay, I'll show you right here. Like, look at this deck list. So here, notice it's 5 crit, 4 draw, 4 heal. Now, some people will ask the question, why don't you do 4 crit, 5 draw, 4 heal? Now, this is my philosophy when you split your triggers up between, like, crits and draws, or draws and stands, or some combination, right? You always run 4 heal. That's a given. But the way I see it, the higher number trigger depends on who is your winning image Vanguard. So in this case, it's Coco. So because Coco is the one that you want to have in your opening hand, and that's the only grade 3 you really care to have in your opening hand, the others you mulligan them back immediately, that will be the one that you have the higher number trigger. So does that make sense? Because think of it like this. If you want this in your opening hand, it means that you already are taking this, in this case this critical trigger out of your deck from the start. So that means the true trigger lineup is 4 crit, 4 draw, 4 heal. Because you want Scarlet Witch Coco as the Vanguard. You mulligan all the other triggers. So the higher number trigger is the one that is your main Vanguard. Now, that doesn't always apply, but in general, when you want to run crits or stands, that's a good way to build the deck. Like, if I wanted to run 5 draw, then Scarlet Witch Coco would be a draw trigger, this would be a draw trigger, and Apollon would become the critical trigger, if I wanted to do it that way. So I hope that makes sense. But the higher number is the one that you want as the winning image. That's why when I was talking about Kagero, that's why if you wanted to run criticals in Kagero, the optimal... Okay, Kagero is different because this deck doesn't have inherent critical, or it doesn't have inherent draw. It doesn't have inherent critical either. So it's lacking both, actually. So that's why it has so many defensive tools, because it doesn't have cards that have the trigger effects inherently built in. Like no crit, no draw, basically. Just a bunch of retire effects and just random utility stuff and filtering and things like that. So in this case, you want this in the opening hand, because ultimately this card is your winning image. It's more important than the base form Dragonic Overlord. So, but however, the deck as a whole has no draw power. It also has no critical power, so you have a choice. You can prioritize draws or criticals. In general, because of the way this game works, draw triggers are better than critical triggers, so you would prioritize draw over critical, and therefore you would run 5 draw, 4 critical, or less critical and more draw. So you would do a weird lineup. You would do like, well, in this case, because I'm running very standard build of 4-4-1 in terms of the grade 3 lineup, I would make Dote the critical trigger. I'd make him the critical trigger, even though he's what I want in my opening hand, which means I have 4 crit total, but like real time, 3 crit and 5 draw. Because you prioritize draw because they're a more higher quality trigger because they do something for you regardless of whether it's on drive check or damage check. They plus you a card regardless of whether you're taking damage or you're dealing damage. That's the reason why I prioritize them more. Therefore, I want more of them. Therefore, I would make him a critical trigger. So I would have the 5 draw. I'm still trying to maximize the draw. So does that make sense? I mean, that's kind of the I guess the game theory behind like how to optimally build the deck if you really want to run non-standard 9 draw. But I always try to build what is the most optimal, and I feel like for Kagero 9 draw is still the most optimal, so I will play 9 draw. But it's definitely not optimal for OTT. No. You want to run either crits or stands as your other trigger. But 4 draw is still mandatory, I would say. Same thing with Bermuda. Now, in terms of the other clans, like another example of a deck that is 9 draw would be Pale Moon. Pale Moon is 9 draw. They don't run stands. They don't run criticals. Because, again, they have no inherent draw power. They do have the ability to plus onto the field from the soul. In certain cases, it's a literally free +1, which is basically this effect to call a Chimera. So that's why you try to run the max 10k vanilla, because it's a Chimera. You also want to max this out because it's a Chimera. So if you soul charge this early, like with this guy, for instance, then you would definitely want to use that. So yeah, it's a 9 draw because you need the full flexibility of your attack order, and that's a more advanced thing altogether. Now we're really digging into the specifics of the game and how to like play more at an advanced level. But the reason why Pale Moon is a 9 draw is because not only do they have no draw power, they're kind of piece reliant. They need certain pieces, like for example, Crimson Beast Tamer really needs to be in your opening hand. So you really want to try to mulligan for this. Because if this is not in the soul, then your best turn 2 ride would be the 10k vanilla. But this is most optimal, like highest priority turn 2 ride. So, and you need the flexibility of your attack order because of the way you have a lot of on-hit Vanguard effects. When you have a lot of cards that need to hit the Vanguard that are a rear guard effect, like Alice, Mirror Demon, they all have the same effect, and the Bunny, it has to boost something to hit the Vanguard, then in that case, you want to run 9 draw, because oftentimes what you'll need to do is you'll need to attack, your Vanguard must attack first, but it's required to attack an Interceptor. Therefore, you want the 9 draw because you don't want to lose out on the benefit of the critical or the stand. Because if you attack first, the stand doesn't do anything for you. Like, I mean, if you swing Vanguard into an Interceptor first, the stand doesn't do anything for you besides give 5k power. Same thing with the critical. It doesn't do anything because you can't move the the crit power to a rear guard. So that's the reason why 9 draw is the way to go in Pale Moon. Pretty self-explanatory. Now, when you think of it that way, Grand Blue, not Grand Blue, Dark Irregulars. Dark Irregulars is another one that they are 9 draw because technically they have inherent critical. This has inherent critical. This, if you had to ride it in theory, has inherent critical, although you would never really want to ride this card. They have inherent critical, but the thing is, they have a lot of retire power, like a lot, like right up there with Kagero. Like they literally have Berserk Dragon, and they have Amon, and Amon basically can destroy the opponent's field. And the thing is, he minuses you 1 for one of them at random. So he counterblasts 1, puts something in the soul. So he absorbs something from your field to blow up something in their back row at random. So if they have nothing in the back row, he starts sniping the front row. Now, the thing about Amon, with Amon, you might think, oh, you're minusing 1 from your field. So, but you're powering him up. So you're making him hit those columns that you need to finish the opponent off. So because of that, because he can swing with a huge number, you can actually run critical triggers in Dark Irregulars. Like, critical triggers, like 4 crit, 5 draw, would actually be a legitimate build in Dark Irregulars, because you power him up into huge numbers. However, the argument for 9 draw is not only does it give you the full flexibility of your attack order, because you are going -1 to -1 on their field, you kind of want the draw to replenish your hand, replenish your resources. Kind of same reasoning behind 9 draw in Shadow Paladin. So the two decks are very similar in terms of the center line can be really, really strong. Shadow Paladin, Dimension Police also is another one, but we're not really going to talk about them. Dark Irregular and Shadow Paladin and Dimension Police are very center line focused, center line heavy. They can form big numbers right down the center with your Vanguard. The Persona Blast is an example. Phantom Blaster Dragon can do it. Heavy cost, but he can do it. And then Amon is really big in the late game. And then also NLK, of course, is also big with crit pressure in the late game. So decks that are center line heavy usually will swing Vanguard last, so that's the reason why you can run crits in those decks. But really, it would be like 4 crit, 5 draw. I mean, I wouldn't probably never run 5 crit, 4 draw in Dark Irregular, because you go so minus with Amon's effect. You have a lot of retire power though. You don't really have a lot of draw cards. You don't have any draw effects. That's the main reason why you can't really. You want to prioritize your draw triggers. So 5 draw is basically minimum amount of draw in here, but 9 draw is probably the more ideal. So that's Dark Irregulars. Who else? Risers. Not really going to talk too much about them. Basically, it's 9 draw because you have inherent critical. Yeah, it's. I mean, I honestly, I did run him as a Riser as a crit trigger. I mean, it was very questionable, but it worked out because, like, if you run 4 crit, 5 draw in Riser, the deck becomes a very like sacky, like high roll, luck based deck, because like there'll be the games where the opponent doesn't have the PG, and you have him power up to 23 with crit, and then you check a crit, and then they basically die early. You can end games really, really quick against VP farmers when you run 4 crit in Perfect Riser. Same thing with MLB. But the thing is, the deck doesn't have a lot of, other than this, and this. So technically, Noah Grapplers can run critical triggers. When I was running Asura Kaiser back in like the original release of the game, I was running critical triggers with Asura Kaiser and Gold Rutile and Lion Heat. Especially Asura Kaiser, because, you know, like, he gives the deck inherent stand. So you're gonna run a lot of draws, but you can also turn his attacks into critical. So yeah, because Kirara mainly, that's the reason why with 4 Kirara and Transriser at 4, you can run some crits in a Asura Kaiser build. So yeah, but Perfect Riser is a little bit different because you go heavy minus to power him up that one turn. So it's like, I mean, he does plus somewhat, but not really. Like, he has the ability to create a new Battle Riser, so he's plussing technically when he does that, but it's the fact that he has absorb minimum 2 risers, he's minusing 1. He turns it into a -1 because he creates a Battle Riser, but then he has to suck in like 2 risers, so he goes -1 in that turn. So, and sometimes it bricks, and you have to suck in like 3 or even 4. Like, worst case scenario, you rode your PG, you rode like Kirara or Brutal Jack, and then at that point you have to like absorb 4. So now you're going -3, right? Because you created the Battle Riser. Oh, maybe like you don't have the counterblast to do it. So, you know what I mean? Like, that's the main reason why Perfect Riser is not the same tier as MLB, because it's, you know, there's some issues, consistency issues with the riding up. So you gotta max all the risers, so you lose access to some of the really good utility cards like this, and you can't run max of this. I mean, you could run max of this, but you know, that's Perfect Risers. Blau, the 9 draw is pretty much self-explanatory. You have to discard 2 cards to do that restand, and then you lose Twin Drive. Every time you do that, you're minusing a lot of cards from your hand, so you gotta run 9 draw in Blau. So Galahad can run crits, 4 crits. Galahad himself could be a crit, but otherwise it would be either 9 draw or some form of like draws and crits, maybe like 5 draw, 4 crit. Amber Dragon's interesting. I have played against a lot of Amber Dragons last month, and every single time I beat them, to the point where I kind of, every time I would see someone playing Amber Dragon over Conroe, like, I would always think in my mind, man, this is a free win, basically, because they weren't building the deck correctly. They were building the deck way wrong. This is what a proper Amber Dragon deck looks like, for those wondering. The main thing that I saw people doing wrong with Amber Dragon, first of all, mistake number 1, they're running 4 of this thing. You don't run 4 of this thing in what I call a Type 1 ride chain. There's different kinds of ride chain. There's Type 0, there's Type 1, and there's currently in this game there's 3 types. Type 0 is Galahad and Tsukuyomi. Type 1 is Amber Dragon and Phantom Blaster Dragon. Those basic, and the Enigman ride chain. Basically, as soon as you ride the grade 1 on the grade 0, you instantly search the grade 2. What that means is you do not run 4 of the grade 2. You run 2 of the grade 2 max. That's what you do. You don't run 3. You don't run 4. I mean, you could maybe run 3, but I don't know why you'd want to run 3. The only reason why you'd run 3 is if you didn't really, like, if you're new to the game and you don't have enough cards, so it's just filler at that point. But yeah, 1 is not good, because if you have it in your opening hand, you mulligan it. Let's say you mulligan and you draw your 1 copy of the grade 2. Well, now you can't plus when you ride the grade 1, because you ride the grade 1, you just -1 because your starter doesn't come to the field immediately, right? Like a Conroe or something. So you just went -1 and you can't search the grade 2 because he's already in your opening hand. So that's the reason why you don't run just 1 copy of the grade 2. You gotta run 2 of the grade 2 so you can almost always get that searched. Now, occasionally there'll be a weird situation where you draw both of them if you go second or something. Then you have like 2 of them in your hand, but the probability of that happening is very low, so it's not even really worth considering as an issue. So yeah, but this is what you do if you want a legit Amber Dragon deck. You only run 2 of the grade 2 because you need the utility of the other cards that the clan offers. Cards like Tejas. This is like a must-have at like 2 or something, maybe even 3. And you need to run the 12k dude because it's Amber Dragon. You don't want to run 4 or 3 of this card. Sometimes I see, okay, what I've seen in a lot of matchups against Amber Dragon is people running 4 of this thing or 3 of this thing and like 4 of the grade 2. That's so bad. I'm sorry, but that's so bad. Like, no, that's just bad, because sometimes you won't even have Amber Dragon Eclipse at all. Like, you're gonna have to ride something else. So the alternate ride is Blockade, because Blockade is super good. It's still really good. The other card that you could run is Waterfall, but I don't have for Waterfall, so I chose to run Blockade. So that's the main reasoning there. So this is, you don't, so step number 1, you only run 2 of the grade 2. Step number 2, you only run 2 of this 12k thing, because sometimes you'll be on Blockade, or, you know, something else like Waterfall, and you don't want this to be a useless 7k, right? This thing would basically get nerfed, and then it can't hit proper columns, so. But you still run 2, because it's still good when you have Eclipse and the deck is working properly. But you're still going to need 4 Berserks, Bellicosities to unflip, because Amber Dragon's really heavy on Counterblast. So you need your utility cards, your good stuff Kagero, to work with Amber Dragon. It's not just Amber Dragon and just straight up all fill it up with a bunch of Amber Dragon support. No. That's not how you build a deck. So anyway, kind of almost ranted there on people not knowing how to play Amber Dragon properly. But, I mean, think of it like the Shadow. It's the same ride chain as the Shadow Paladin deck. And literally everybody that knows how to play Shadow Paladin is running 2 Blaster Darks. So you just copy that. The same thing. You run 2 of the grade 2 Amber Dragon Dusk and you're set. So this is a good Amber Dragon deck. I mean, to make it probably more consistent, I'd probably run 9 draw. But the way I see it, you're plussing off the ride chain. As long as you do the ride chain. If you don't, then you're not getting that advantage. But you prioritize draw. Amber Dragon Eclipse is the one you want. So this one, real-time lineup for opening hand. 3 crit, 5 draw, 4 heal. And that's basically it. Crit has an element of surprise. Or actually, no, I take that back. It's 4 crit, 4 crit, 4 draw, 4 heal, because I'm prioritizing, because Amber Dragon is representing the trigger that I want the most of, so he's a draw trigger. He's not a crit trigger. So this is the crit trigger. So you don't want this in your opening hand, so you can maximize the crit. I mean, because you're plussing off of the fact that when you ride grade 1, you immediately plus the grade 2, so it's a +1. Then later on, when you ride Eclipse, you're going to plus again because the 0, the starter, comes out to the field as a Forerunner effect. So, actually that's not a Forerunner effect, but you get what I mean. You plus to the field twice. You plus to your hand the grade 2, and you plus to the field the starter later on when you ride up to grade 3. So that's different from the Forerunner, because the Forerunner comes out immediately. And then at that point, you're going to determine, you know, early on, am I going to use it to, and in this case, Conroe, to get a PG or something, or an Ermo, or am I going to, like, if it's a different clan, am I going to, you know, use Wendell to bounce Rio up and draw a card and do all that stuff? You know what I mean? So it's a little bit different. So that's a good Amber Dragon deck, actually. But yeah, I don't know. Here's an example of a 9-draw deck, though. I mean, a 9-crit deck, if you guys want to see what a 9-crit deck looks like. Now, I don't recommend running this deck, though, because in the current format, this deck is not good. It's a stall troll deck. You're not really going to win that much with it, especially in this meta, because when you run Dark Cat, you're just giving MLB too many pieces, potentially, so it's, I don't know. It's just not good. It's not good. It also. I'm trying to think. Like MLB will on the Unga Bunga swing. He's 22 with crit. I mean, it's gonna get over this. So. Yeah, no. This is kind of fun. It's kind of a fun troll deck, but that's basically what a 9-crit deck would look like. I guess that's it. That's gonna be it for me. I'm probably gonna end the stream here. But yeah, I feel like there's too much. It becomes too generic when everybody is. I don't think it's good when people just keep on blindly recommending 9 draw. The thing is, the reason why 9 draw is recommended all the time is because people are basing it off of the meta decks, and the meta decks are usually the 9 draw decks, like Kagero, for instance, is usually always 9 draw. So that's why everyone's saying run 9 draw, blindly saying run 9 draw. Like, oh, I mean, you know, they don't really understand the full mechanics, the depth of the game. Alright guys, I think that's going to be it for me for tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed that stream. It said I have 9 viewers, but, you know, Samir and Alex were the only 2 really in the chat. But anyway, if there's some lurkers out there watching, feel free to just, like, comment, and then we have some discussion next time on some other aspects of the game. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Alright guys, I'm gonna be signing off. Oh. Hey, Fernando. Hey. Didn't see you there. Yeah, but I mean, if you play the game a lot, like, and I think people should experiment too. Like, if you're relatively new to the game, you should try to experiment with different builds. Don't just, like, don't just copy somebody card for card, right? Like, try something out. I saw somebody the other day running, let me see, let me just build a deck. I came across a YouTuber, I forget the name, but he was running, he was playing a Bermuda deck that had, I'm trying to think what it had. He had, it was a reindeer deck, but he was running Blazer Idol, and he was running like these. Hold up, let me try to remember what the deck was. It was Pacific. Oh, that's right. It was Pacifica. It was a Pacifica deck, which I can't build because I don't have 4 Pacifica. But basically, I think he had. Oh yeah. He had reindeer, and I could tell he wasn't that experienced with Bermuda because he didn't really know. He didn't really have the right, like, choices. Like, he was running like Stan, which is I guess it's in that particular build it's okay, but he I'm trying to remember what his lineup was. It was something like this, I guess, or maybe he had like, no, I think he had 4 of them, this thing, which is good because it's a 13k with Counterblast 1, and maybe 1 Kareen or maybe a Lena. I forget those, but I remember he had reindeer. And he had like reindeer as a stand, and I guess this was the heal. And then he had Pacific as a draw, and I guess this was a draw. I don't know. I don't remember what Kareen was, but that's irrelevant. Basically, he was using what intrigued me was he was using Blazer Idols, and he was using Claire. He was using these 2 cards. So these cards, when placed, one of your other units gets 2k. And I think he was running Flute. Yeah, he was running Max Flute. And he was running, I guess, Aqua. Or no. Oh, it was a budget deck. I think he had like 2 Rio or something, and 3 Aqua, or some lineup like this. And then his grade 1s were obviously Ellie at 4, and then he had, I think, like 1 Feluca, and then he was using this thing. I remember he was using this thing. I didn't agree with him using that. But anyway, I stumbled across somebody using this, something like this. And he was trying to showcase Bermuda, and he ended up losing, or I think he won a game and he lost a game. But the fact that he lost the game, he was automatically concluding that the deck was, or the clan was bad. And I watched him misplay a bunch, and I was thinking, this dude doesn't, not only does he not know how to play the deck that well, he's concluding that the deck is bad just because he lost one time with it, and he barely has any experience playing with it. I mean, come on. I mean, you lose a game with a clan that you don't know how to use, and you automatically conclude that the deck is bad. Maybe it's just you were bad. You know, he didn't bother to think that. But I'm not saying he's bad, like, at the game. I'm just saying, like, how does someone conclude that the deck is bad just because they don't know how to use it, and they lost one game? But he was trying to make some cool plays. Like, what intrigued me was the fact that he was using these cards, because I had never considered these cards. When placed, give another unit 2k. I really wish this card was give another unit 3k, or give any unit, including itself, the 2k power. because I think that would make these cards like a whole lot better. But he would do interesting things, like he would call this down, make Flute 13, because he would have a full field basically. So this would become 11. Honestly, I think they need to buff not only Reindeer, which they did, but they should probably make Flute a 9k body. I don't think there's any reason why this should be an 8k body when it requires you to commit 4 rear guards to the field for it to have the boost. I mean, swinging 11 is good, but I feel like it should swing 12. Kind of like Nullity and Burning Horn Drag and all other stuff. But it should be a 9k body. Honestly, Flute should be a 9k body. That's the reason why I don't run that many of it. But otherwise, it'd be a really good card. But yeah, these cards. I didn't really think of these cards ever. I never actually even ever considered them until watching him play the deck, and then I realized like Blazer Idols was creating weird numbers that were actually able to hit cross ride and stuff. It was cool, pretty cool. Like he would make Flute swing for 13. You know, interesting plays overall. But yeah. So there's what I'm trying to say is, like, people should experiment more with the cards that they have, like not just try to net deck and play. I hate it when people just net deck. Like, it's so obvious when you watch, you look up Vanguard 0 and all you see is like people trying to give their opinion on tier lists and all this stuff. And sometimes it's people who have played the game a lot, like Different Fight and stuff like that. So those people are kind of credible. But, well, I won't say they are credible, but I mean, other people who are just, you know, randomly making statements like, oh, this thing's top tier and this thing's bottom tier, and, you know, like, they're not really able to prove it, because they're just forming their opinion based off of what other people have said, or their own negative or positive experience with a deck. So, yeah. But that's basically going to be it for the stream. So, but anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll try to do more Vanguard coverage when I'm able to. Probably try to make some deck profile videos. But hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks.